think we should be able to hear.
Quickly, say Hockey, say something that will get him demonetized.
Oh, please don't.
I know, we're not actually going to.
Please, for the love of God.
The genuine fear in your voice was so...
It's the last thing I need.
I mean, I got a bunch of jokes that will get him demonetized in like 10 fucking seconds. You want to hear them?
Which is why I highlighted you as the candidate to say something, okay?
That's what happens when you work a real fucking job. Any guesses at what jokes my black coworker said this week? No.
Oh no, so we did.
How about no?
Fuck, I'm in the thing. You're automatically demonetized.
Oh, some light side points from Alistair. Maybe that'll bode poorly.
I also rolled 2 last time too.
Fucking racist.
We didn't do much last time. Last time should have been this session, but I was not ready. Oh, there we go. Now things are moving the direction I'm hoping for. Damn it, balance!
Are we gonna railroad the campaign this week? Who knows?
Who are we? It's Tarnus. Okay. With that said, let's begin.
The
Sharks
galaxy
and people
far,
have in
far
common.
away.
Well, the great ones come in white.
I hate you for that, Gungan.
That's the greatest character to ever exist in Star Wars.
What's wrong with seeing Jar Jar do Gangnam Style?
Misa Jar Jar Binks.
I don't know, the fact that he's
style.
dying as a fucking goddamn cancerous Charlotte in fucking Coruscant right now, maybe?
Yeah. To recap where we left off last week, we had decided on the disposition of forces and where your individual allies would be striking. As it stands, the decisions that were made can be boiled down into choosing the most badass yet also chaotic possible entry method for Alpha. Deciding that Mecha Chameleon is a valid tactical strategy when it comes to infiltrating Naboo. And just deciding to hit it as hard and fast as possible while hoping Saw Gerrera doesn't go commit war crimes on the moon.
Well, also simultaneously
kind of hoping he is. That was kind of the point for him.
You're hoping he'd find war crimes on the moon to commit?
Yeah.
I would rather him commit them on the moon than him commit them on the fucking planet. That's the reason we sent him to the moon.
Oh, if you think I ain't gonna derail this whole fucking thing, you're so wrong.
Please don't shoot the queen.
What do you think my second shot's going at?
Why?
More reasons?
What happens, happen. Alright, so don't worry about the third window, the upper right, that's for later. I haven't put that in because we haven't gotten to there yet and won't today.
Can't see anything anyways, so...
Oh. Give me 1 second. I just...
Things are already going smoothly. Oh,
You should
there
now
we
be
go.
able to see everything.
Uh-oh.
So,
Oh,
civilian
pretty much,
traffic is
okay.
not modeled, as are smaller things here and there, but in terms of the primary defenses, there is one hyperlane leading through Naboo space and entering the north, exiting the south. There are also minor lanes and other paths in, hence your entry vector is to the northwest. The refueling depot, located here, is basically in geosynchronous orbit above Theed and has multiple warships docked. That's your primary target for the privateers and your fleet in general, besides holding the corridor open. Your pirate allies and the privateers have managed to cause enough chaos in the Chommel sector that while the Empire is now fully certain a major operation is ongoing here, they are not yet aware that the operation is targeting Naboo in general or Theed specifically, and thus there have been no changes to the plans for the parade, which is set to occur tomorrow evening.
Time to kill a child.
In addition to the pair of Golan 3s defending... Yeah, those are Golan 3s. Defending Naboo, there is a Victory 2 Star Destroyer, a Quasar Fire, a Pelta 2, and several light warships, including a Contenter-class fleet resupply vessel, a Nebulon B, and a Carrack, which are all docked at the actual refueling depot currently and could be dispatched in short order. Estimate enemy starfighter core strength at approximately 200 across both ships and ground-based facilities. A significant portion of them, 6 total squadrons, are based on the Lunar Starfighter base, which is currently located pretty much opposite your entry vector, at least in terms of rotate 90 degrees. Saw's forces have already infiltrated and will be hitting that tomorrow during the events of the parade in an attempt to suppress the Starfighter response. But the distances involved means that even if Saw fails, you'll have at least some time before they arrive. Your ground forces are embarked aboard a series of transports. Also embarked aboard are a handful of starfighters, and, well, the Triuna and your Cormorants are also embarked within this force, latched on where they belong and such. You are currently with civilian traffic, waiting for the opportunity to actually deploy. Meanwhile, the Rebel fleet, which isn't here yet, but I will reveal for the sake of just showing how awesome it is that you've assembled this. Individual starfighters represent squadrons, with the exception of Oddball.
This is literally a Battle of Scarif-sized fleet.
Yep.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
We're here to say hello.
Radis is gonna
loudly.
love us when he joins the rebellion.
It's a pretty
That's
badass
a
fleet to
big
just have a Venator sitting right at the middle, though, isn't it?
Yep.
Kristen, shut up. We're fine.
Yeah, you sense a disturbance in the Force, and Darth Vader shows up.
No.
Bring it, bitch!
Would you actually give him a quick warning if that were to happen?
Oh yeah, the arrival of Vader would be felt by any Force user. Fucking Tess would feel uneasy.
I feel
Or Tesh,
cold.
yeah.
I was like, oh fuck. Dark Knight's
You're
fucking
probably-
close.
You're probably not even strong enough to fight him. You'd probably just shit your pants and drop your lightsabers. Like half of the Jedi he faces.
Of course
would
he's not
us.
strong enough.
It's
Like,
not
if you run
a...
into one of the worst Inquisitors, yeah, you can fight them. If you run into one of the good ones, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He uses 4 light side points to summon Ahsoka Tano.
can't just cast Summon Greater Ahsoka.
Yes, we can.
In any event.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that boat. Yeah, we can. We just get on the phone. Hey,
You need a vial of Anakin's blood before he fell to the dark side, which is going to be an unattainium item. His lightsaber and blue milk.
Yeah,
sorry,
V-Cats.
Place.
V-Cats, I know a guy.
But then again, that could be the summoning ritual for Luke Skywalker, which at that point we don't really want to use it yet.
I'd also like to point out that this is Empire Day 4 BBY, aka the exact same Empire Day that you see in the first season of Rebels.
Oh! Oh! Wait, isn't something else happening at the same time?
Yes.
Multiple other things are happening at the same time.
Isn't this the first encounter we see of Vader in Rebels was for BBY Empire Day?
I don't think so. I think he shows up in second season, but I could be wrong.
At least we know Thrawn isn't going to be here.
Yeah, he's busy elsewhere.
Oh, thank God.
We do not need the Chimera showing up.
Yep.
So?
He shows up at the end of the first season, so not quite after the Empire Day episode. So, to recap, I just saw the party map marker, and I'm like, what's that red thing? It's a tiny little Venator observing the battlefield. Alpha, while you're here, if you direct your attention to the block up there, which, yes, is the Battlefront 2 map, yes, it's the best I could get of Theed.
It really
ignore
makes
the
MTT. Not very big.
Well, this is just part of it, but ignore the MTTs and other shit driving up in the general image. Those are canonically not present.
Damn it.
Though it's not essential you decide now. You do have 3 vantage points that the Chombal Underground has, which is the local resistance cell, have identified. The first one is located over here, and gives you a decent, frankly, not a great sight picture, but should be serviceable, and it's relatively near the river, which, mind you, there are waterfalls just if you go downriver, but it's a possibility for exfil. Your second vantage point is give you the best shot, but you're also going to be in the thick of it, which is the primary archway over the big promenade. These are marked. And the third one is going to be from the university across the river. You don't need to decide now which one you plan on using, but it's a good idea to start thinking on it.
Where?
University, you say? Hey, can I have one of those nuclear charges?
No.
Oh.
So where's the hangar at on this map?
It's not.
Where would it be?
Over.
Top.
Over
Right
to
side.
the left. To the left.
Oh, it's left.
Oh wait.
It's right. Because isn't the
No,
hangers
to
in
the
one?
left.
Picture. Okay.
Oh.
Now you know which way you need to go to get to your extraction, Hockey.
No, no.
You decide where you want to go.
I mean, if he goes from Vantage 1 and jumps in the river, he could escape down the river.
Yeah. To be fair, they have reversed the position for the hangar twice over the course of over the movie. Because, in some shots, it's if you're facing from the cliff face towards the palace, in some shots it's to the right, and some it's to the left. There is not consistency there. Some of the shots were probably mirrored in post, which threw things off.
Yeah.
I generally go with the imagery from the spaceport, which suggests they are to the... they are quite a ways to the right, or from the perspective of the palace facing towards it, they're quite a ways to the right. Or if you're like from the cliff face facing towards it. Which means they're over to the left somewhere here. But in any event...
What are you picking, Hockey?
The red line is the parade route.
He has time.
He does not need to decide now, but it's good to think of and start planning your exfil. You will have local ground forces performing diversionary attacks and other actions. And I will note that this plaza down here... I'll just circle it real quick. So... Right there, that is where the HMP gunship will be attacking the statue of Palpatine. Along with deploying the droids.
Oh, that's actually far off from the palace. I thought it'd be closer.
Nope. Meanwhile, remember
Good
Cole... So Tarnus, let's not forget that you... God, this fucking... I gotta adjust the volume. Hang on. I have to adjust my mixer settings for Chrome down, because for some reason the music is so abundantly loud compared to you guys, it's insanity. And I have it turned way the fuck down. In any event, so Cole and Tarnus, you two are You two are infiltrating the cliff face, along with three droids.
Yep.
4 if you take Crow.
Crow with this
You
gun.
might want to leave Crow in the ship to fly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crow is emergency. Shit's gone really sideways. I can't make it back to Triuna.
Crow is blow a fucking hole in the wall. We need out now.
Should I give him a mini nuke?
No.
Maybe he'll have Triuna.
That is a question. You've given 1 to Saw.
Like,
I'm bringing
You
one
found-
back and the other one's staying.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you had 3.
you remember
Which
that?
ones are 3 of the small ones?
There were 4 big ones and 3 small ones.
Y'all remember that scene from the original like cartoon Clone Wars where the Munilus 10 was fighting Grievous? Yeah. Crow is going to be our backup now, and just
Well, the
blows
fucking-
a hole in the fucking wall.
The fucking LAT would just burst through the wall like a...
Yes.
Like the Kool-Aid Man.
That cartoon is so over the top. I fucking love it.
Yeah, but it sets the fucking like tempo for what an ARC trooper should be.
Oh yeah.
It gave us one of the most badass ARC troopers, and then they never used him again.
Yep.
Where the fuck is my exfil point?
So your
The hangars.
exfil, your hope is to reach the hangars. Plan B is you're gonna go to ground, and we'll have to exfil you at some later date.
Where are the hangars?
Left.
Top
off the map.
left.
Yeah, it's off the map.
Alright, I guess vantage point fucking...
That way.
Oh, you pick
Vantage point
whichever
1?
one you want. If you want to be right in the fucking middle in Vantage Point 2, by all means.
So again, the pros and cons are
Going
Vantage
on.
Point 1, worst sight lines, which may make the shot more difficult. However, fairly easy escape access and relatively out of the way. Like it's a private building that they have access to. Vantage Point 2, right in the thick of things, most chance of getting spotted, but a fantastic sight line on both possible targets. Vantage Point 3, a public structure that will be somewhat crowded, so sneaking through it in your gear with your weapons will be more challenging, but also has good sight lines. Unfortunately, it's kind of far away.
I mean,
I guess we'll go with 1.
He could just be blopped onto the roof.
I could just pick a roof, honestly.
If you think you're good enough to like get out of the way or do the Star Wars thing, just put a really big cloak on over your armor and stuff. You'll be fine.
I have a thermal cloak.
We can also consider you could give him a jetpack.
He's welcome to grab a jetpack if he wants.
How's your piloting planetary, Hockey?
Nah, we doing this for the fucking speeder bike out of Vantage Point fucking one.
All right. I will also point this out. You will not be able to grab more equipment once this op begins. Go to the store, grab your gear. Think about it. You will be bypassing security. You will be setting charges. I recommend going light. I recommend grabbing gear specific for the mission. You have 10 minutes 15 minutes to make your final gear selections before the insertion begins. So,
who's bypassing security?
Bypassing security does involve passing directly through it with force sometimes.
I say I've got the gear for that.
Plus, you'll also have a Jedi with you.
That's shit too. Well, I can also throw hands now with Doctor. I can inflict an extra, I think, 5 points of damage now because in unarmed combat, and it's lethal now.
I'm playing the funny card. My seeker droid is carrying my recon remote.
Oh, it's got a little bunny?
Yes. If I need it to, if it's too compact of an area, he literally just tosses the recon remote out and
I'm a little surprised you haven't made your own FPV drones out of remotes.
I suggested that already with mouse droids.
We're not using mouse droids.
Speaking of, we got a delivery of mouse droids.
You did. You have quite a few of them now. You have something like 200 mouse droids.
Could I procure some slap mines?
Yeah. If they're not in the store, let me know and I can add them. They should be.
Why do you need slap mines on a parade route?
Well, they're charges. They can have different fusing options.
Uh-oh.
I don't see them.
Okay, hang on. All right, they should be, slap charges should now be in there.
Let's see.
In fact, I'm going to add a variety of different charges there.
Am I not looking at the right thing?
So, are you clicking the button for the stash, which is the coins?
Yes.
Okay, if you when you see that, you should be able to type in slap, and I can see them in there. Can anyone else?
Yeah, I see them.
Ah, I see
They're
them
at the
now. I
bottom.
see them now. I see them now.
We're also going to add shape charges and detonite charges. I'm also adding micro rockets because why the fuck not? Mines feels appropriate.
Where are we eating it? Board. Yeah, TARDIS is already running heavy on this.
Frag grenades. I'm only putting the simplest grenades in there, so ion grenades, regular grenades. That should be good. So I want you to acquire the fancy ones if you need them.
Let's see. What is my encumbrance looking at?
The fuck is a fear stick?
Yeah.
But you give the fear turkey before you eat it.
Where do the slap charges go?
They went into the quiet blue vector? Question mark?
Yeah, you have to. Here, wait one. I can throw your actor down because you do have to have your actor selected for it to go into the right place.
Okay, so the quiet blue vector has.
You guys are going in the river real quick. You'll see just how big this fucking map is.
Oh shit!
I've been pinging on the map, but I couldn't even see my own pings.
Okay.
Okay, they are very small.
Mm-hmm.
It's 32,000. So. Gungan Atlatl.
V, what should Malice carry, you think?
Our job is
Okay.
entirely to fight infantry. So
Farax?
grenades. Yeah, picking grenades.
You say something? That was like.
Bea, I do have a comm jammer already, so
Okay.
My plan.
I have an idea.
my plan was to place that in the communications thing and let you wire it into their comms network. Just shut down theirs.
Oh no. Their communications array is going to become mine.
He's gonna steal it.
That's fair. At that point, then
Dude, he's
I'll-
like a Jawa, but in a Bothan's body when it comes to communications and computers.
once we get that done, then I'll just probably turn it off and keep it on me, or break it and throw it, so I can lighten up.
These things don't have an encumbrance quality.
What?
Because in every depiction, the people carrying them have fuckloads. So it is
okay.
5 per point of encumbrance.
What are you talking about?
Slap charges.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna bring a knockout mine with us.
Alright, well, I guess I need to prepare my agent's bag, so I'm going to go and do that too.
I've got my physician's kit. We're good. I can perform medical checks without penalty and gain a boost and gain an automatic advantage.
I mean, I guess technically I can wait till I'm on planet to do that. I don't know. Whatever.
You, me, and the droids are going to be hell of a fucking strike force for just going after a comms room.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, I mean, we want to make sure that we get there and they can't raise the alarm.
So, blasters to stun or kill?
Out of curiosity, what would you like to arm Len with?
Straight hands.
He needs
He
to
has
be
his
quiet,
he has his
whatever,
repulsor fist. He is very much for throwing hands, but
whatever it is, it has to be quiet.
I think we should let Lynn decide what he wants to bring. Lynn, what do you want to bring?
well,
Crafty
we're
data
trying to.
spike.
The answer is not a weapon, but good to bring. Now,
Oh, I should probably set the ROE for this. So, rules of engagement: anyone wearing Imperial armor or uniforms, free game. If they're people of Naboo, try and make them surrender or leave. And if they want to fight, shoot back.
so for
Got it,
Naboo,
so-
it's do not fire if unless fired upon. For Naboo security,
Yes.
Got it. So for me and Bea, it's stun round or stun.
Yeah. But
Noted.
Imperial members of the Empire, military Imperial targets, Free game.
Honestly, Bea.
Huh.
Us running with blaster set to stun and suppressed will probably play into our favor because we won't do any damage, and you don't see where stun impacts.
It doesn't do it spreads the energy out too much. It just singes the paint.
Yeah. So it would actually help us conceal ourselves a lot better. Because someone getting stunned, they're knocked out for hours.
Just
We'll be gone by the time this is over.
Yeah. I mean, our entire thing is to get in really fast, take over the stream, and let the galaxy see their moth get fade.
Get their head. I was gonna say get his head blown off, but no, actually, he's just gonna get disintegrated.
He's gonna schmelt, and then
Well, two people get disintegrated.
Here we go again.
No killing the queen.
You're not my fucking boss.
Oh,
Technically, I am.
yeah, I was gonna say technically she is.
Alpha. No disintegrating the queen.
She's a traitor.
She's a puppet.
She's a child.
No.
Actually, she's in her 30s.
Yes, this is
Oh,
not.
okay.
Yeah, this is the bad queen, the one we want to kill.
I mean, if you really want to fucking make an example of someone, just make sure you don't miss on that moth. Because he used to be the old queen's guard. Want to talk about traitors? He is a big traitor.
Jade, what are you doing during this hop?
What am I doing during this op?
Yeah, what's your plan?
He's in, I think, his starfighter.
He's in a
Well,
Y-wing within Quiet Blue Vector.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I'm helping secure the
Exfil.
oh, come on, brain. Yeah, the exfil,
Oh,
and
okay.
like there's a reason I wanted to get a bunch of slap charges. There's other chips that, you know, like might
Are you
not.
He's
do a
attacking the
drive-by?
spaceport. He's gonna open the cockpit. Okay, you remember Futurama in season 6 when he did the movie and they're battling to recapture Earth, and you've got the mob robots literally roll the window down. He's got a Tommy gun out the window. Literally that. Give them to Frankie. Can Frankie throw? He doesn't have the shoulder mobility for it. Shit.
honestly, doing it World War I style is so much more funnier. Just drop the bomb out of the box next to you and just drop them out of the plane.
Can I build a really shitty makeshift launcher that's like kind of like a sling launcher? where
Like
it
a
grabs them
trebuchet?
kind of like no, not even like a trebuchet, but kind of like a Clay Birdie launcher.
Okay, what's your means of propulsion? It's springs.
It's completely mechanical. It's all springs, levers.
Okay. Define your parameters slightly more. Like, is this just lets the thing fly, or like, do you have a specific target for speed and accuracy?
No specific target for speed and accuracy. This is more so like I'm gonna load probably like 30 or 40 of these things into a tube, kind of like a bait, or yeah, like an actual skeet shooting machine, and it's literally just gonna fucking chuck them as I fly over the spaceport. Like I just press a button and it starts going through an automated process. There's nothing more to it. It's all mechanical, and it'll keep doing that even after the pucks are gone. It'll keep doing it until it gets broken or stopped.
Okay, so that's one way to think of it. The other thing is, are you familiar with the big ass anti-runway pod RAF tornadoes we're carrying during Desert Storm?
Yes.
Does
Bomblet dispenser.
something like that probably exists? All right, so you and Wampa are on crater duty.
Yes.
I'm not going to make you roll mechanics for that. You were highly mechanically inclined, and there's enough people on the ship crazy enough to help you with that project. So yeah, just don't forget that you did that, because I want to see that moment.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it in my notes.
All right. What's everybody else? By the way, you see Len return, and he's got a Mandalorian Galar 15 carbine from somewhere.
I'm fine with it.
He actually walks up to you and says, "You need to teach your kinsmen to be better at gambling. They suck."
Yeah, not their strong suit.
You came this close to losing second Cormorant. I also just forgot there was supposed to be a Terok ship.
Our fleet's fucking ridiculous.
There we go.
Lynn, just remember, stun unless needed.
No worries.
Also, Tarnus finds a spare suppressor he has lying around. We're attaching this real quick.
Oh. I have to take off augmented power cell. Shit.
Where's one of the modification junkies?
You go over and you look over to the other side of the hangar and you see Cade currently standing there next to Wampa, Slipstream, and Foxbat, drawing out plans on the floor in shock, while a pair of pit droids, an astromech, and a Wookiee are currently loading an obscene number of small explosive devices into what appears to be a hopper system of some kind. It looks more like agricultural equipment than it does weaponry, but you're not sure, really. And then you look over and you see Cole currently speaking with Crow about 20 feet away from you.
Hey, Cole.
Yes.
Are you able to help modify this blaster so it can fit this suppressor on without Lynn having to get rid of his augmented power cells?
It's augmented spin barrel and overcharged power cell. It wants people to die when I shoot them.
Oh,
I
Lord.
should be able to, yes.
Yeah, you just gotta remove the stun setting, it's fine.
Don't worry, pistol is set to stun. This, I think it has, yes, it does have stun setting. Oh, look at that, lever does not move, no stun, oh well.
Just remember, no Nabooians,
Those are
if
your
we can
rules.
help it.
Pretty sure demonym for Naboo is just Naboo.
Eh. No people from
Wasn't for
Naboo.
sure, then. Naboo Knights?
Whatever they are.
Naboobies?
Nabonese.
Naboobians?
Yes,
Nebonese?
I would use my Tinker ability
Nabungs?
to
No.
add a
Nabungs?
suppressor.
What?
I was trying to... Chicagoans. Like,
I feel like that's racist somehow.
Nabung is actually just a slur. Oh god.
Also, whatever the clones are over there doing worries me.
That's
So-
fine.
slowly fixes the tarp over the weapons that are going on Triuna before we leave.
Listen, I don't care what you do to your starfighter. What he does to his scares me, though.
What?
You should be scared. Just saying.
I didn't do
Of
anything.
everyone.
I don't want
Don't
to.
forget, you're being slapped into Starfighter with Duros, assassin droids, me, who apparently might be assassin droid. We're having interesting conversations about that.
Oh, you are an assassin droid. We figured that out.
We kind of guessed.
I mean, I'm better at mechanics than killing people, but I do know how to kill people. Don't remember ever assassinating, but we'll see, you know? Who knows? Could be fun.
Oh god, I just thought about that. Yeah, Lexi is coming with us.
Mm-hmm.
You look over and she is standing 4 feet away from you completely silently. She was not there the last time you turned your head.
Please stop doing that.
It's not my fault, I simply move quieter than you can perceive.
You'll get used to it. And at least you're not always looking over your shoulder, Paul says as he's doing stuff over by one of the Cormacs.
No, I won't.
Be happy that it's on our
Now,
side.
so you glance up and seem like it'll just give you a look of, you can't ever hear me coming. Like,
I make HK announce when he enters the room because he's so quiet.
I will say though, between the drawers, they are all surprisingly quiet for how they move. But Lexia is just disturbing. Like, Len walks into a room and it just sounds like a person walking relatively quietly, with just a little bit of a mechanical sound to it. HK is the loudest by far, but still just sounds like a person wearing boots. Doesn't sound crazy. You don't hear Lexia, ever.
This makes Cole slightly jealous.
He's wearing sneakers.
He is wearing, his feet are Cole is wearing track shoes.
I do look over at Lexia. So, what weaponry are you bringing? Since you are coming with us.
I say we give that one the nuclear charge.
My standard armament consists of a cortosis-infused sword, my assassination kit, which is primarily poison-based, and he watches it pulls out on its back 2 pieces of a gun that he just slaps together, and you realize it's got a full-length light-repeating blaster.
Oh, you have that knack for weaponry. Oh dear.
And you do notice it is suppressed.
Well, at least it's going to be quiet.
Quiet
that's
is relative.
You're not wrong, but a suppressed machine gun is still quieter than a unsuppressed rifle.
Generally.
Yeah, until you blow the can off.
It will melt off if I fire more than 30 shots in sequence.
I don't believe we'll need to be firing that much. If we do, things have gone wrong anyways.
I will keep you alive.
That is the objective, at least. Alive.
What little bit I have been able to understand of your hardware, I can keep you repaired if things start going sideways. Same with all of you. As I look over at Len and HK.
Len shrugs. It's like, you're good with tools. Won't deny you that self-praise.
We are all getting out of this.
That is the objective. Now, it's going to be very tight fit back there, so unfortunately, Cole, we had to take out the kitchenette.
As long as you replace it, I don't care.
Well, that was the thing. It was going to be a nice, easy swap, but then it turns out whoever decided to install the sink fucked up the plumbing bits, and I had to... There's about half an inch of water still in bottom of cockpit. We've got sponges. We're working on problem.
You're in there?
We have Milwaukee electric hand
to
pumps
do-
in fucking 2026, but we don't have it in the far future.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Because remember, Star Wars is set in the 70s. You gotta remember that.
And it's a long time ago.
Also, it is not a very common occurrence to need to de-water Starship.
Cole Cole is just meditative stance for a minute. At least this gives me the opportunity to do my upgrades. I'm going to go work on doing that.
Right now?
Good. While we're doing shit to the starships. I mean, they're busy loading a hopper. I'm gonna borrow one of the other people in Len.
Hi, the other person.
Well, I mean, the other people are busy making a hopper that's going to crater runways.
I mean, me and Len are two of the other top 2 mechanics for the ship, so
You are available.
yeah.
I suppose.
I will note, like, Alpha, have you grabbed a gravity chute yet? From the stash?
No, I haven't done
You
fucking
prob-
anything.
You should do that.
Effort.
But all right, well then your campaign ends with you going splat. So
Off week, anyways.
Okay, yeah. Well, Trainer was meant to get
I don't even know where any of this shit is.
besides the point.
Like,
The coins. You click on the coin.
what coins?
At the bottom of the screen.
Down at the bottom. It should be like hotkey 0.
and no, I can't make the text look better. It's a bitch.
Can't even read that.
Yeah, you go grav, and you're getting the Savior anti-grav chute.
I can't carry all of this.
Lord, how much stuff is he bringing?
A lot, probably.
That's fair.
I mean, he's going to assassinate a leader of the local area, so, I mean...
What the fuck? How do I add this to my inventory?
So go to where your character is over here. Or well here, you're over there.
Actually,
Also, real quick, heal Cade, because for some reason Cade's still injured. But yeah, I don't know. Did it already? Yeah, it's in your inventory now. Yeah, so you gotta decide what you want to bring, but I think you got the majority of what you need.
What inventory?
Your
Double click on your
character.
character. Save your anti-grav chute, it's in there.
Okay, well, I can take everything plus that. I'll just drop that when I'm fucking land.
Yeah, and as a reminder, you can be over encumbered. It doesn't just stop you from moving. It just it upgrades the difficulty of like athletics checks at a certain threshold, and then past. I think if you're more than 30% over encumbered, then it like really becomes an issue. If you're more than 50% over encumbered, then it's a massive problem. Like walking across the room, dragging a duffel bag full of rocks kind of problem. Same to that effect.
Sure.
I'll look into it for the details, but suffice to
you
say,
just
if
see
you
me
want...
crawling across the deck to upgrade my stealth as I purchase this skill.
It's like the fucking Elder Scrolls School of Training stealth, just casually crouch walking through the busy area. You look over and you see just a parade of clone troopers following him, just out of some sort of weird cult-like behavior. Checking back over...
Brother to each other.
Brother! Dropping back over to our other... our other clone trooper. Cade, how goes the... We'll say the device is completed, which will be scattering slap chargers and anti-personnel mines all over the spaceport.
We're gonna British tornado the fucking runway. Got it.
Exactly.
Geneva says, what?
They're only suggestions.
We didn't
They're
sign the
the-
Montreal Landmine Treaty.
Yeah, you did.
No, the U.S. never didn't.
You signed it, you didn't ratify it. That's the difference.
That checks out. We never ratify any international treaty.
You also didn't You signed the cluster munitions thing. You also never ratified that.
Yeah, and then we developed a better alternative to cluster munitions for light targets, and then said we'll just keep them around for big stuff.
After selling 70% of them to Israel.
Yeah, well, the thing with cluster munitions is they're great for anti-armor, but the cast ductile iron bombs, the ones that just are basically super frag bomb, are better against infantry and light cover, so. And they're cheaper. And they don't have any UEX, unless the whole bomb fails, which is still just one big piece of UEX, which is better than a million little ones. Far fewer Afghani children look at a whole bomb and say, I'm gonna go play with that.
The fuck are you talking about?
There was a lot of issues with the old cluster munitions.
UXOs.
No, there's literal fucking footage of them playing on a fucking unexploded JDAM, so. So
it's less likely. Look, it could be worse.
Kids will be kids.
Kids don't have a sense of self-preservation. Not naturally. About the only thing kids are really born afraid of besides falling is large predators, so that's just because that shit's primal. Alright. I need a few minutes to just go to the bathroom and then we begin, so take your last minutes, grab your loadout, discuss. And figure out what you want Wampa, Slipstream, and Foxbat doing, because, by the way, you did some trades with ourselves. You now have 2 new Y-Wings for the other 2 Y-Wing pilots.
Oh, they gotta scrape that parader out.
We're not trying to kill civvies.
Who cares?
I do.
I'll be right back.
Planet full of traitors.
on a second, just get some lemonade.
Hey, tomorrow, you're gonna go to the woods with us. It's gonna be fun.
Psycho talking to your dogs. I can't understand people, only cats can.
They understand a couple of words here and there.
She does, in fact, understand the words both hike and woods. So, she is aware that hike means going for a walk somewhere special, and woods is where all the trees are. So, in any case, are there any final moments of preparation required? Is everybody present?
Furnace.
Okay.
We fast forward several hours to the Triuna, running under stealth, attempting to weave its way through the Imperial blockade. Luckily for you, there's only one ship you need to pass relatively close to, which is a single customs corvette, which I'm going to put here, or customs frigate. Oh, would you like Triuna?
Where are we? Yes. Okay. Yes, I found it. The map is very big.
Yes, the map is very big. What is the modification for passive sensor detection on Triuna? I know it is ridiculous.
Go here, which means we'll be going to speed 3. So you're going to increase it by 2, increase it by 4 total. 5, 6 total. Yeah, 6. Upgrade it 6 times.
I'm sorry, what?
Increase the difficulty to detect the ship by 2. Increase the difficulty checks detect this vessel by 2. Increase the difficulty checks to detect this vessel by 2.
So it's upgrade difficulty 4 times. Is it upgrade or increase?
It says increased difficulty a total of 6 times.
Oh god, yeah, that is that. Okay. Well, they're gonna make a vigilance check. And then it is a setback because they are larger and passive, so if they succeed, it'd be hilarious. Oh my god, they didn't succeed by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah. With the stealth systems fully engaged, you are able to move your way cleanly past the customs frigates, and soon find yourself amidst, though not, I'll say amidst, a cluster of some familiar-looking groundcraft. The Quiet Blue Vector sits at the center of which, aboard, already snuggled away in the hangar, are 4 Y-Wings, each of which ready to perform their duties on the ground. Are any other starfighters included with this group for ground support?
I think we said some Z95s.
Also, who just deployed the Hood Cricket? I heard that freaking smoke detector beep.
Hold on. I will tell you. So on board we have 3 A-Wings, 2 Z95 Heavies, and 2 V19 Torrents, along with 2 Lats and the 2 Cephalopods. We have it listed on the Rebel Fleet page.
And now 4 Y-Wings. Also aboard, though this time aboard the Action 4, which will be landing. You have an ATTE and several other light and medium ground vehicles.
Yep.
Your total embarked ground force numbers over 200 infantry.
And Aurora Lance has all of my droids.
Yes. Hidden in cargo containers on its surface, you have several Tri-Fighters, several Vulture droids, and I believe the Hyenas are coming too?
No. I only for the ground attack we only brought 4 Vultures and 1 HMP.
And at least the 12 B2s that will be underneath the HMP.
Yes.
Did you bring any other droid ground forces or no?
Not that. No.
Okay. Very well.
Yeah. I'm keeping most of the fighters up in space, available for defense of the Venator.
Yeah, most of your fighters are indeed in space. Oddball will be leading your group there for the most part. You have, I believe your total grouping consists of 2 squadrons of X-Wings, a squadron of ARC-170s, 2 heavy squadrons, like 18 Starfighter squadrons of Y-Wings. Your other droids, a squadron of A-Wings, there's a lot of shit here. You are out, and the H-Wings and the Cloak Shapes and the Z95s. Yeah, there's a lot of shit here. Suffice to say, you are technically outnumbered in Starfighters, but qualitatively have a major advantage, and a significant chunk of the Imperial Starfighters are over at the lunar base, and hopefully won't be joining. But currently, in the midst of this night over Theed, the Troyuna begins to break a atmosphere. And at a moment of great shaking, and as you feel the crudely applied thermal protection foam over your body begin to flake off, Alpha, you feel yourself fall free and begin moving on your own as the Troyuna detaches you from its external ordnance hardpoint, and you begin your coast towards your ground point.
What am I, the fucking kitchen sink? Alright, fine.
Yeah, we literally sprayed you down in a blade of foam and dropped you from orbit.
Fucking Mexico. Alright.
I need you to, in whatever way you determine is appropriate, try and guide yourself towards your drop point, which is it is a clearing in a forested area about 30 kilometers outside of Theed.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is look at your skills and tell me what you would like to do to try and steer yourself towards impact. You can justify a skill, you can use that skill.
Well, wouldn't it be athletics?
You could argue athletics is part of basically brute force aiming your way down there. I could also see an argument for piloting.
Yeah, let's go with athletics.
Okay. Make me a hard difficulty check with, I will say, at this altitude where you just don't have a lot of... Because you were literally like, do you remember when the guy for Red Bull jumped from the edge of space on a balloon? Yeah. That's what you're doing right now.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, you are just descending. Oh, yeah.
We kind of just yeeted you at the city and called it a day.
So what is that, one red, one purple?
Yeah, you know what? A red and a purple is a pretty appropriate check. Let's let that be the case. It wasn't what I intended, but that's a good one. Easily done. You remember your orbital insertion training. It was a long time ago, but clones, you don't forget these things. And this is way too fucking cheery. Hang on.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Here we go, and there we go. There's Alpha. Yeah, so you are now... No one can see this, but you're currently just doing just fucking going for style points as you hurtle towards the ground, a thin sheath of plasma blowing off a blade of foam and glowing around you. As you, to all the sensors on the world, look like just a random piece of space debris making its fiery return to Earth. Or in this case, Naboo.
Yeah, Naboo. Whatever the fuck this place is called.
Naboo, as you hurl towards the ground at Mach 6. Probably a little faster, actually. More like
Is
Mach
he
8.
doing a Halo 3 Master Chief jumping from space thing right now?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Or just locks up his armor?
Mm-hmm.
No, more like a Ghost Recon Advanced Firefighter. Fucking Halo jump.
I just let it happen at this point. I have notes here.
I guess at about 5,000 feet, I'm gonna initiate the first grav shoot jump thing.
Absolutely. You feel it's somewhat steady, but it is a aggressive pull from your back as you begin decelerating rapidly. No physical chute deploys in the initial stage. It is simply a repulsor generator that is currently fighting against gravity as hard as possible, and you find yourself falling at suddenly more pedestrian speeds as the drogue phase ends. You still about 4,000 feet in the air above this forested area. Thankfully, due to your earlier navigation, you are on track, and you can see your landing zone.
I will switch to a spread eagle position and guide myself more towards the clearing. I don't know if I need to check.
Sure, let's. This time, I think it should be a piloting planetary check. It is going to be only average difficulty, as you do have some experience doing this. Nicely done, cleanly done. With all the grace of a dancer, you pull the chute at the last possible moment, and
I want like 800 feet.
yeah, for real. A thin mesh of just like this gossamer fiber doesn't really stop the air so much as just create an area for the actual anti-grav generator to work from. Spreads out above you in a wide area as you land on the ground as gently as if you were just stepping out of a chair.
Alright, I'm gonna discard said grav shoot immediately and bundle everything. I'm assuming I gotta bundle it up a little bit, and I'm gonna tuck it in.
Yeah, it does not self-retract, so you are. Yeah. It is a moment of just shoving it back into a bag, basically.
And gonna delete that from my inventory. Okay.
Yep. Are you taking it with you? Are you burying it? Like, what's your...
I'm burying it, fucking World War II style.
You got it.
Like, just like a shallow fucking, like, 6-inch fucking divot in the dirt and covering it with brush.
Yep.
And I will wrap my thermal cloak around myself tighter and proceed to vantage point 1.
Yep. Can I get a survival check from you? As you are on an unfamiliar world and you need to now navigate your way to the rendezvous point, where you've been told a truck will be waiting for you.
How was that? Barely failed.
Yeah. You begin setting off in the direction you believe to be east. You were told it's about a 2-mile walk. About maybe 4 or 5 kilometers.
I will
but
find.
You're pretty good at measuring your steps.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll find a fucking hill and use my rangefinder with a thermal vision engaged.
You are in a somewhat forested area, so
yeah. See if I can pick up on any fucking signatures at all that are.
You're in a forested area, so while you were able to find a hill, there are still trees above you. Would you like to climb a tree?
Not yet.
Okay. Can I get a perception check? This is going to be a hard difficulty with 2 setbacks just for brush. Even though it's night and you have sensors and you have all the things, there are still 2 setbacks because of brush.
Oh, yeah, I get a negative for that. Super stupid.
Okay. Just for future reference, hard is 3 purple, not a purple and a red.
That was upgrade difficulty. Okay. Hold on, let me read
hard,
that.
but 2 setbacks, which are black dice. So yeah, try that again. Yeah, because I think it removes one.
There we go.
Yeah, you do spots that you tracked pretty close to where you meant to go, but you were probably 10 degrees off, and you're located maybe half a mile south of where you need to be. But you do spot what appears to be, to any outside observer, a truck that is like a ground vehicle, which are very much a thing, that appears to be partially broken down, and you see a couple of people milling about, seemingly enacting repairs.
I will approach them cautiously.
Yep. How are you approaching them?
Through the brush until I can PID them.
Yep. You get in closer and you see, and can I get a stealth check from you? You're going to be going against their observation, so it's going to be a red and 2 purples. Easily done, yeah. You were able to, falling back in your training, once again, you were able to get within probably 30 to 40 yards in the brush. Your thermal's giving you the ability to cut through and see more clearly who's there. You see 4 individuals, all of which are human. You see 3 men and one somewhat old, like 3 men probably in their 20s or 30s, and 1 woman in her 60s, who's actually sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle right now. One of the men is currently messing around near one of the tires, seemingly pretending to change it. As you can see, there are tools out, but nothing is actually being done as you observe them for a moment. The other 2 men are kind of wandering about the area close by, and just from the way they're carrying their weight, you can tell both of them are armed, and neither is actually trained in how to use a weapon. They're both armed, but not hiding it very well.
They're expecting me, right?
They are.
Well, seeing that none of them are imps or standard Naboo security, I will step out and reveal myself with Thanos in hand, but not pointed at them.
There is a moment of surprise and concern, and one of them half draws a blaster before putting it away upon seeing you in your clone armor and goes, you kind of come up to you, they finally walk up to you. Yeah, it was a bit of a start there. I take it your trip was uneventful?
You know, for the most part.
Okay. Alright, you'll be riding in the back. We've set up the shielding, shouldn't make them think anything suspicious, but there's a false back in some of the barrels back there. Just tuck yourself behind it. Worst case scenario, just stay quiet. We've moved people in and out of the city before, but security's a little bit heightened for Empire Day.
Yeah, that figures. As I climb in the back and shuffle around so I can't be seen.
Yeah. Walking into the back, you see that the vehicle is actually filled with crates and barrels of fruits. Like it's a food truck. And it is refrigerated, which thankfully your armor keeps you warm of, but you make your way behind the false back, you can see, and into an area that is clearly both physically and electromagnetically shielded from scanners.
Alright, well.
It's a fairly cozy fit. There's not quite enough room for you to lie down, but there's enough for you to sit back at least. A few minutes after settling yourself in, the vehicle begins rumbling, and you feel the fairly smooth surface of the road. This is pretty near to the city after all. Moving below you as you begin making your way towards Steed. Meanwhile, About 210,000 feet above, the Triuna has been skipping itself off the atmosphere slowly. You've actually made a whole orbit at this point, relying on keeping cool and moving slow to bleed off atmospheric speed without making too much of a show. You're pretty confident you've been hidden from ground sensors, and you have a plant within the Naboo security forces, not here, but at one of the planetary traffic control centers that hasn't reported to you being detected. But you can't know for sure, of course. Aboard this ship, Cole's in the pilot seat. Immediately behind you is Tarnus, who is currently sitting in front or behind the recently reinstalled co-pilot controls, which hadn't been part of the ship in quite a while. Cramped up, folded, and partially entwined with each other, but not minding it too much, are 4 droids that fill the vast majority of the remaining free space available within Triuna. 3 humanoid assassin droids, and Crow, who has been bitching and moaning the entire time to just a toddler-esque frequency about how cramped it is in here and how they're messing with his space.
Very crow-like, yes.
Crow, we get it. You don't enjoy the cramped space, neither do we. I don't exactly enjoy having to sit in a chair for multiple hours.
Insert
Hope you like
chopper.
Flame. Darkness, I thought you liked Flame.
I do, but I also like being able to get out of a ship every now and then.
I will note, you also like your customized cockpit seats. You're currently sitting in effectively a lawn chair that's been bolted to the floor with bungee cords.
That and my fighter has a nice large foot space, so I can stretch.
Meanwhile, your feet are currently directly adjacent to Cole's hips. Could be worse. You could be in the pile of droid.
I'm thankful I'm not.
It could have covered you in foam too and put you on top.
No.
I would have loved to see that.
The fact that someone was able to convince him to do that in the first place dumbfounds me.
Surprisingly not difficult. Just had to bet him that he wouldn't. Took it immediately.
He's more brawn than brain, but let's be honest. He'll do anything for a little bit of adrenaline.
He seems pretty smart to me most of the time, but alright.
You're talking... This is an intellect 6 person talking.
Yeah, I know.
That's
what's
why.
Intelligence?
Hockey. Did he step away?
Probably.
His intelligence is 3.
Yeah, so he's
casually twice as smart as him.
Yeah, he's around the same as Tarnus. That's why Tarnus is like, he seems pretty intelligent to me.
Internally.
The difference between undergrad and doctorate.
Internally calls like I'm surrounded by idiots.
Besides Malice.
Yeah.
Who appears to have been
you're
getting
not
more intelligent and more worldly over the past couple of weeks.
Which is fascinating. Cole is not a psychology major. She does not understand this.
Pretty sure at this point, Malice is a case study in its own.
Oh, yeah. Regardless, I believe we are flying slowly decelerating before we
Yep.
make our plunge.
Can I
in.
get a piloting check from whichever of you wants to take it as you finally break away from this descent profile and begin what is effectively a vertical free fall straight towards terrain?
How much is yours, and which are we doing? Planetary or space?
This is going to be... you are flying a spacecraft, so it's flying space.
How much is yours?
I have 4 dice, 1 yellow.
3 yellow.
It is
You
a
have one.
difficult decision to make, of course, to let someone else fly your ship.
Arnis does know how to do.
There is physical pain behind this, but Cole says that you probably are better at this than me.
I will be easy with it and gentle. What am I? How much?
Immediately turns off the dampeners. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
There is lots of loose droid right behind him, so that would be a bad idea.
We're not loose, we have... Put it this way, if we move as one.
And he's in a lawn chair, with no bulkhead between him and you.
It'll hurt.
You hear servos just like straightening and hull plates groaning. Okay, we are braced.
How difficult of a check is this, Exile?
So, in this case, you take the controls and rock the wings a few times and are surprised that... Hang on. While this ship is not as nimble as your starfighters, it moves surprisingly well for a craft of its size, which is hefty. You thought it would fly more like an Arc 170 with a little bit of a kind of boat-like turning performance, but instead, it's pretty nimble.
It's not a brick, but it's not fucking...
Yeah. You
Jets
do
go
also
down.
find that Cole prefers the dampener set to like 100%.
I look up towards them like, what is wrong with you? Immediately turns them down to about 3.
Okay. Yeah, and you do a bank and slam into the right side wall immediately as you feel just how zippy this thing is with the dampeners only half on. And your precarious seating arrangement.
Okay, noted. Bumps them back up to 20. He wants to feel the ship move. He doesn't want to fucking get thrown around him.
Yeah, you want to feel the ship move. You don't want to be the thing moving, per se.
Yeah.
Alright, can I get the piloting check, which this is going to be a hard difficulty check with a total of 2 setbacks. One for the fact that you're doing this nearly blind with all the active sensors off, save the laser altimeter, which only works if it's facing the ground, which is potential. And you're also doing this in a unfamiliar craft you have not flown before.
Okay.
Because we have tandem controls, can I at least assist if...
You may in fact provide an assist.
So is that a boost die?
That is a boost die.
Okay. Double checking my shit.
Yeah. Cole, you take over managing the stealth systems, just all the side systems that the other like idiosyncrasies of your crafts. You take out the... I'll say you would not only add a boost, you probably remove one of the 2 setbacks. Because you're handling all the really unfamiliar stuff, leaving Tarnus just to feel it out.
Okay.
Basically, cockpit resource management. So,
Yeah, cock management.
well, it's CRMs, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I don't know, man.
Rolling the dice.
Well then.
Fuck you. You stupid game.
Well, everybody... Starship falls, everybody dies. No, not of course.
Fucking triumph, but 3 failures somehow. This is bullshit.
You begin falling straight towards the ground as planned. It's when you're at about 20,000 feet that you realize your error. You're not, in fact, directly over the flat lake country. You are over the swamps. And the tall trees poking up from the ground are a bit of an obstacle as they rush up to you faster than you're able to pull out. At the very last second, skimming low over the water, you're able to yank the throttle back with enough authority that you level out at about 50 feet ASL and just go screaming at ground level through the canopy of these trees, following the river just by instinct alone. I need another piloting check from you. Another hard check. No setbacks, just another hard check.
Hey. Piloting planetary this time, right?
Yes. No, it's still spacecraft.
Oh, okay. No boost die or boost die?
Boost die available.
The fuck on you, bitch.
Okay.
You begin tearing off down this river. You don't slow down for a second. You're flying on instinct at this point. And heading in what you hope at least, and you're pretty sure is the direction of the city itself. You overfly a small village. You overfly what appears to be a Gungan settlement, or at least partially above water Gungan settlement, seeing the glow of their bubble habitats below. But most of the land you go over is uninhabited, rural, and wooded. You weave your way through the trees with the skills you have acquired over years of deciding never to follow the rules too precisely, and finally emerge from them into the flatter plateau after about 20 minutes of rather harrowing action, during which you struck several branches and vines and other small obstacles, nothing that caused serious damage, but looking out over as things calm down, you look out the cockpit, you can see the paint's been scraped off in a few places, you're missing at least one hull panel. The Triuna has taken a little bit of superficial damage, but you're pretty sure it hasn't affected your stealth systems.
I'll fix it when we get back.
I certainly hope so.
The gravity was different from what I have on my records.
Just, what a fucking move, just, gravity's wrong.
Well, when...
So, instead of driving a sports car, you're driving a sedan.
Yeah,
You're driving an FBI surveillance van.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Well, in purpose, I'm more saying.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, it would be more like saying I'm driving a English Phantom, the Johnny English Phantom, versus my normal, Corvette. I'm used to small and fast compared to large and still quick.
Yeah, you are flying at speed 5, 100 to 150 feet above the ground over Naboo.
Oh,
Thankfully, yeah, I will say you probably ease off the throttle to allow the Whisper thrust engine to really suppress the sounds, but there is no getting over the fact that you did end up overflying a village out there.
Let's hope
Oh,
they
saw
only
you.
think. Let's hope they only think we're smugglers.
Well, given the speed we went over them, I don't think they had time to really understand what we were.
And realistically, we'll be in place long before anything comes looking in this area for us.
I mean, we're completely in a different biome at this point.
Exactly.
Just need to find a good place that's close enough we are right where we need to be.
Well, that does beg the question. Are you going to your intended deployment point, or are you going to find another place to lay low and then head to the cliffs below the palace later?
We're going to spend as much time stealthing up the ship as possible. So
Yeah.
if it's dark enough we can hide there, we're going there.
I need you to make a decision. But I'll give you some time to do so as we return to Alpha.
What? I say the death stick falls out of my mouth.
Who gave the man death sticks? The truck's been driving for the better part of half an hour when it rumbles to a stop and you hear someone knock on the sidewall next to you, which indicates your signal to be as quiet as a mouse, or whatever the fuck the Star Wars equivalent is. You can hear footsteps. You can hear footsteps and quiet as a mouse droid. They're notoriously not that quiet, oddly enough. They make a lot of little noises.
There's spy versions of them.
Yep. I am surprised you didn't pack like 50 with thermal detonators and bring them along, but that's a different matter.
Yeah, well, I'm not allowed to kill civilians. Bullshit.
You hear the sound of muffled conversation outside. And footsteps. After a moment, you hear the rear door to the vehicle open, and someone step in. The conversation is still somewhat muted by the bulkhead in between, but you can hear them talking about the cargo specifically, and something about a weight discrepancy.
Well,
Things go quiet.
Frag grenade dropped into my hand from my modular backpack.
Moving yourself closer to the bulkhead, sensing trouble, you hear the distinctive clinking of hard currency credit chips, followed by an assertion that everything seems to be in order, and the door behind closing.
And the grenade goes back into the backpack.
Another minute or so later, the truck begins moving again. This time, it's not a single straight line, but you feel the vehicle go up and down. You feel its turn quite frequently as it weaves its way through the city proper. After another, what feels like 20-30 minutes, it stops. You hear what sounds like a overhead door closing behind you, and the rear of the truck opens again. You can come out now.
Alright, I pop out.
Yep. You find yourself you find yourself stepping out into a refrigerated warehouse. House of some sort. Shelves line the entirety of the space as you realize you're in a loading dock, effectively. Shelves like kind of lining out into the warehouse proper. The same four people you had seen back at the when you had actually stopped at the truck are present, as well as two other people. These ones seemingly having a little bit more training and skill to them. Both of them are carrying Imperial E11 blaster rifles and wearing what appears to be stolen and clearly repainted Imperial Army Trooper gear. Not helmets, though, and the weapons are very much clipped to their gear, not held at in a low ready, as no one seems to be suspecting you to give trouble. We sent you the data packets when... Oh, sorry, hang on. Sorry. Stomach's just giving me grief right now. You're the one they call Alpha, right?
Yep.
I believe they sent along a data packet to give you the opportunities of where you want to get set up. Have you made your decision on that?
Yeah, we're gonna go with Vantage Point 1.
Alright. That is the closest one for escape purposes. We have... There's a public parking area not far away, across the stream. We'll put the speeder bike there. We have secured a pretty good swoop. It's fast. Unfortunately, we're not able to get anything armed through the city. So you're going to be on your own in that regard. We'll try and do what we can to provide enough distraction for you, but I can't really make too many promises. You also notice them kind of eyeing Thanos a little bit like, what the fuck is that weapon? You're using a disruptor?
What about it?
It's a little, feels a little excessive, perhaps, but I won't tell you how to do your job. After all, you've certainly got more battle experience than I do.
Overkill is underrated.
Fair enough. As long as the moth is dead, the job will succeed. The real question will be whether or not it actually does anything productive in the long run. I can't necessarily say I fully agree with this operation, but we'll do our duty.
Yeah, well, there's lots of things I didn't agree with in the Clone Wars.
I can only imagine. If the difference was there, you could always leave the planets behind. Just like you'll be doing after this. We have to stay and deal with whatever reprisals the Empire thinks is fair.
At least it's a Palpatine's homeworld. He won't do much.
He actually doesn't feel a damn thing about his own world.
These voices in my head are getting louder.
Theoretically, one of them could be talking to you, because Mal's could be doing some forced bullshit. In any event. Well, there's no point in getting you there at the moment. We've got almost 16 hours until the actual operation begins. For now, we've set up a small room in in the office section. That's yours. We threw a cot in there. It's a hollow terminal. Food is in the break room. Make yourself comfortable. Try not to be seen too much. There's civilian clothing there. I'd recommend changing into it, but if you want to stay in your armor, just don't be spotted. Everyone in the warehouse is on board, but the imps like to do random inspections, and things have been getting a little intense with Empire Day preparations going.
I point to the ration packs on my belt. I'm covered for food. I'll be able to stay put for that long.
I think we have something potentially better, but to each their own. I should let you know, there have been some strange Imperial forces also present. People notice stormtroopers wearing grey armor. Haven't seen that before. Mean anything to you?
Complicates things slightly, but shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Hopefully not. There doesn't seem to be very many of them, and they seem to be staying at the palace, as far as we can tell.
Yes, they'll be the Moff's personal guard for this event.
That was our theory, but they're wearing scout trooper gear. It's strange. In any event, we have places we need to be. You know where to find us when the time comes. We'll bring you to the vantage point, but you're on your own once you take the shot. We'll have other jobs to attend to. If there's anything you need until then, let us know. We're not as well equipped as you, but we have access to eyes and ears in a lot of places. We might be able to make some changes if you need to last minute.
Couldn't need to. All I need you guys to do is make a distraction enough towards the direction of the palace so I can jump out the other way.
Current plan is we're going to blow 3 of the pedestrian bridges, and the only vehicle bridge rated to carry the larger craft. Most of the repulsor vehicles will simply move over the water to get out of the way, but this will at least slow things down and keep the majority of the civilians in one place. Hopefully that doesn't mean they get injured or killed in the ensuing aftermath, but at the very least, it'll make the Empire's response significantly more challenging.
Oh, they won't care about civilians once this kicks off.
All right. May the Force be with you. Good luck.
And with you.
Flying low over the lake country, the Triuna sides its way through the late night air, moving to stay out of the way of any light source over this vast and very peaceful, placid expanse of Naboo. Soon, though, the hills begin to grow in height, and you find yourself following a large river up towards a massive, at least by standards of Naboo city, upon a cliff face, and you spot a large, towering structure of many different ornate spiraling towers built directly into the cliff face.
You're gonna get your piece of chicken. Fuck off.
I like it, Tarnus. I love your reaction if you were evil.
I mean, I know what you just said, so I know what you were describing.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be hidden about it. You could tell everyone. Well, actually, no, because you don't know that. The only person who knows that is Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
In any event, though, I've been saying that a lot tonight. You make your way towards the palace, and I would need another piloting check. This one for the actual landing and finding a... You know what? This is going to be a team check. One of you is going to fly, one of you is going to be doing perception to try and find an optimal place to actually position yourself.
Which do you want?
What's your perception?
2 yellow, 1 green.
Okay, my perception's better.
Okay. Well, that works out. Both are going to be hard checks with 1 setback.
I'll let you roll yours first.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that'll help me here.
Wait. Before you do roll it, double check my shit, because... Oh yeah, we're in engaged proximity, so add 2 boost die.
What are you doing to do that?
It's a passive, heightened awareness.
Oh, wonderful.
There's a lot of dice in this one check.
Not enough dice, though.
All the advantages, none of the successes.
Yeah. 2 failures, 6... Okay.
We'll be able to
Cole,
land.
you spot a fairly flat area. It's located on kind of the on an underhang, effectively. Like on the cliff face itself. And it is a challenging process to get a fighter onto it.
Exile.
Yeah?
Before we continue that, can I... It's a weird request. Can I use my once per game natural hunter to let him re-roll? Because it lets me re-roll any one perception or vigilance check.
Oh.
Just to see if he can pull off a better look.
For a destiny point, will allow it.
Y'all fine with that?
Yeah. Go for it.
Yep.
Roll again. Same boost.
Yep. Okay. Away. One less failure. save,
you mean-
save advantages. One failure. Specifically, one failure.
Yes, in fact, one failure. Oh, I just got a beach hazard statement issue. It's like, no fucking shit, it's raining, and there's wind.
Oh my god, what will we ever do?
Yeah, also, that's Chicago weather. I'm not even in Chicago right now. Fuck off. It knows I'm not in Chicago. I don't know what's going on there.
I tried.
You did, but it's not the end of the world. Ultimately, you decide that the underhang is probably not the safest place, and go for what is a rougher but nearby area of cliff face. With your deft piling, Tarnus, you are able to maneuver the craft into position and engage the modified landing gear as they grip onto the rock face and begin powering the ship down. Everything seems stable. You have found a secure cliff face. But as you look up, you realize you have given yourself one hell of a climb to undertake.
Well, it's a good thing we have ascension tables.
Suddenly, rock monster. Yeah, a fucking stone golem emerges from the rocks and begins biting at the ship. Like,
Giant fucking spider.
Shelob herself.
Hold on. Is this Shadow of War Shelob? Because she was kind of hot. Goth Spider Mommy.
Okay, see, I think I'm thinking more just Spider, less Spider Girl, but that's a different matter entirely. You know what it is? It's the praying mantis from the bug scene from fucking the James Cameron King Kong movie from like 2006. Do you remember that? That shit traumatized me as a kid. Like, they're in the Valley of the Giganto Bugs, and this one dude's like trying to climb the rocks to escape, and all you see is praying mantis arms shoot out from off screen and just yoink him.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's terrifying is a lot of those bugs were somewhat accurate. Just oversized.
The ants and the centipedes were accurate. The gigantic worms, thankfully, no. Those things fucked me up. They're just bloodworms, but huge. But they looked like earthworms. They were weird. Same with the praying mantis. Definitely not real.
But the eels in the water?
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was just not a good time. Oh yeah, there's also a giant grasshopper, cricket thing, spiders, scorpions. It was just a bad time in general.
Yeah, Skull Island's not a fun place.
Yeah, that's creepy. Anyway, I was just looking at that shit, and now I'm gonna have to remember that shit. Alright, what were we talking about? Giant
You're gonna
bugs.
wake up in the middle of the night, and that's gonna be your sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis demon is gigantic worm with second mouth. Like,
Dragon
Wake up
Land.
like you're in a Dune movie.
Now we play Mech Chameleon.
yeah, exactly. There begs the question: how are you doing this?
Would be right back.
Because I need you to tell me how this is going to work.
You have the jet, but
I mean, I saw it in the thing, and I meant to ask. There's rolls of camo netting and camouflage paint in the stash.
Yeah. Did you throw any on Triuna?
I intended to, but I was going to ask about them first.
I will say you did, but what would you like to ask about them?
Basically, if that would be something that we could use on that.
Yeah. I mean, the camouflage paint, I'm pretty sure, is made for people, but yeah, why not? You're just doing makeup on a grand scale.
Pretty much. Making it blend in and look like a big bush with the rolls.
The cockpit slides forward and open, and you clip yourself onto a hard point and remove yourself from the cockpit. I'm currently Googling what the fuck I would be doing as a skill check here, because I didn't think that through.
I mean, it would be mechanics, kind of like everything else. Involving stuff like that.
Well... I think it'd be coordination, because it's not so much a test of athletic strength as it is dexterity, and in multiple forms, painting and climbing. So I'd say it's a coordination check. We'll say hard difficulty. Either or both of you could attempt that, so...
I am not good at coordination checks, so that's all you.
Probably his boost. I don't count for this, would they?
I don't know how you'd boost him, but you do look back and see Lexia has actually kind of wiggled her way to the front of the droid pile, like, I can assist if you require it.
Given I'm hiding a ship, it'd be appreciated for whatever help you can give.
Of course. And with complete silence, Lexia stands straight up, standing on top of Len at this point, who doesn't seem to say anything in the matter, because, droid can't feel shit, and steps casually out of the cockpit onto the near vertical surface of the Triuna. And just in this freaky, fuck gravity way, is just standing now almost completely perpendicular to the cliff face, just on Triuna, as if gravity is going at 90 degrees to where it's actually going. Pass me the paint.
It passes the paint. I'm not sure whether to be impressed or alarmed.
Feel free to do both. Most do.
I was going to say...
Jesus.
Under your skilled guidance, Lexia grabs the paint and begins, in a very systematic and droid-like way, applying color, which I need both of you two to make, what checks would it be for directing a droid to paint? Fuck it, whatever skill you can justify as being in use, I'll allow.
Oh dear.
I need to look up something.
Of course.
Look up why these brain. What are the...
Oh, hey Exile.
Yeah?
I just realized I could have made that fucking dice roll so much more, busted.
Which one?
The one you just did with Lexia.
Yeah?
I didn't use speak binary with her.
Oh. Yeah, you have that option with droids.
It boosts their ability. It gives them a boost die for every single rank in speaks binary that I have. And I have 4 of them.
That is significant.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what it would be. I could see stealth as an option.
I'll allow it. Stealth is a pretty reasonable choice. I think you could justify both vigilance and perception as other choices, because you're kind of doing the opposite of them.
I mean, deception or skullduggery as well.
Yeah.
My deception is...
What difficulty?
Depends on the skill. What are you rolling?
I'm gonna do skullduggery.
I guess...
I would say skullduggery is probably one of the easier ways to apply.
It represents like sleight of hand, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for you it's probably average difficulty, no setbacks or anything. And then what are you doing, Tarnus?
Stealth.
Stealth. I would say stealth is also a fairly easy one to apply. You're just trying to make Lexia do a good job, so average difficulty.
Rob.
Cole, you find that it's not that your ideas are bad. It's that you find it pretty hard to express them in a way that the droid is able to follow. Tarnus, meanwhile, 5 minutes into the conversation, no basic words are even being expressed anymore, as you're just instructing in binary, which has got to sound so silly. It's gonna... Literally speaking binary is it's just like going beep, boop, boop, boop. It's so stupid. But why not? It works. Instructing this droid on how it needs to paint the craft, and you see it get done to an incredible degree. As even from your perspective, looking out over the surface when the job is done, it's hard to tell where the ship ends and the rock begins, or vice versa. Well, we seem to be adequately disguised. Now it's another matter of waiting for approximately 12.8 hours before we make our infiltration.
Guess that means myself and Cole will be getting some rest.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I've slept in weirder places, Lynn.
Yeah, enough. Alright, well, does anybody want to hear a story about how the ship was almost destroyed by Dum Dum yesterday?
Oh, Lord.
And we settle in for the Knight's Tales there.
Tarnus has flashbacks to his fucking bacteria.
Nightmare.
We are Dum Dum.
We are Dum Dum. We are Dum Dum, Dum 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 Dum. Does remind me I need to call State Farm. Not looking forward to that, but... In any case, does anybody need to get anything done? Does anybody have any last-minute preparations they would like to make, or will the strike team be moving into position?
I don't have anything else I need to do.
Okay. The next craft to depart towards the surface. I don't actually remember which you gave to them. Which craft were the commando team taking again?
The Lats.
I thought the Lats were participating in the ground assault.
Well, they're their QRF. They're dropping the commandos off.
I think they were just in one of the random transports.
Yeah, I don't think we ever assigned.
I'm talking the clone commando team that's going after the shield generator, though.
We never gave them a ship.
Yeah.
Okay, you give them the Reaper, the Sparrowhawk, a U-wing.
U-wings.
The U-wings in use, yeah.
Sparrowhawk's good enough.
Yeah, I guess Sparrowhawk will work.
Cool. And let's also not forget that someone put a pseudo cloaking device on the Sparrowhawk.
Yeah.
What?
Triuna has one, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know the Sparrowhawk got.
It's had one since the beginning.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
We just never used it. That like we should have been using. So the commando team is hitting the.
The commando team will hit the shield generator, which is located outside of the city, to a good ways outside the city. At this time, orbital forces do notice another Imperial ship has entered the system. This is a craft returning from anti-piracy missions in the area, effectively. Shouldn't be anything too terrible to worry about, though. As you witness a Vindicator heavy cruiser enter the system and begin making its way towards one of the Golans. As the fleets reposition themselves throughout the day. As we allow time to pass, and as our initial ground forces base up for a short while. Malstair.
Shoot.
Sleep doesn't come easily tonight. Your dreams are filled with confused visions. People, places. Past, your mind is drawing you towards is that of your time back in the Order. The easier days before the Clone Wars.
Or the Empire.
Before Master Plo, even. Back when you were a youngling and then a Padawan of the Order before you were taken in by a master. Rotating through the various classes. Your time in the library, listening to Master Nu just talk and talk and talk and talk in the way that she could for hours on end about any subject you could imagine. Listening to Yoda's rambling, confusing, recursive lessons. hearing about the exploits of some of the younger knights and the older Padawans of the Order. The endless boasting and crazy stories of Obi-Wan and Anakin off on their adventures. The young apprentice already reaching the status of some of the less prominent masters in the Order at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny looking back and how little of the galaxy you truly understood then. How little you saw.
Well,
It makes you wonder how...
the Order is concentrated on one planet. People don't really get out to see the galaxy at large that are meant to be peacekeeping for.
Much of the Order never left Coruscant.
Nope.
You didn't really subscribe to that philosophy, though.
Nope. Especially when your master's Plo Koon.
But even then, in those early days, you wanted to travel, you wanted to explore, you wanted to see more of the galaxy. Now you have. You can't help but think that maybe, just maybe, if some of your fellow Jedi hadn't been so closed off, and had been, like you, spending time outside of the temple, outside of the Order even, in terms of how it operates, and just among the people of the galaxy, then that kind of haughtiness that some Jedi had, that innate sense of moral high ground, you'd hazard to say superiority, but certainly
Rigid dogma.
rigid grandstanding in a sense of superior purpose might have been less prevalent. Led to less hardship. Maybe the Jedi would have done a better job. Maybe the Order wouldn't have fallen.
But as all ifs, ands, or buts. Or that the Order has fallen and the Empire has risen and dark times have come.
It's not as if it's the first time it's happened. A increasingly familiar voice chimes into your thoughts.
I suppose not.
It is very peculiar to me. I am a part of you at this point, but I still have my own train of thoughts. Yet, your inability to sleep is making me feel exhausted. It's truly strange. I do wonder how things might have turned out differently had I been found by the Jedi and not my master.
Back in that
They probably
day,
wouldn't have taken it.
Probably would have been. I honestly do not know. I do not know what the Masters of 1,000 years ago would have thought of.
Thought of a mutant? I don't take offense to a term of accuracy. This third eye of mine is not normal. It's hardly functional, but it's not normal. You know, I can't actually see out of it. At least not in the traditional sense.
So it's like a foresight? I don't even know if that's even correct to say that.
It's more accurate than to say that it is a photoreceptor. No, it's wired differently. Different parts of the brain. There was a medic a long time ago, good doctor, that I decided to take a deep look. He doesn't have an optic nerve. But I can see with it. The difference is I cannot see the presence or the world around me. I can see what was and what will be. The latter is far more challenging in this age than when I was alive, per se. Something has happened. The dark side clouds everything across the galaxy.
That'd probably be the work of the Emperor, if I had to guess.
Maybe. Though I believe it's older than him. Some predecessor of the Bane line seems to have unlocked some of the more ancient magics again. Probably just spoke to the Dathomirians. It's far more their wheelhouse. Your visions are interesting, though. You have somewhat of a gift in the area, but I don't think you've ever had the opportunity to develop it.
No. Granted, in my younger days, I was more of, well, similar to the older, much older than I was back then, Anakin Skywalker, wanting to explore the galaxy instead of just be cooped up in the temple all the time.
I had much the same outlook in my youth. I grew up on Dromund Kaas originally, and I returned there in my elder years. I wonder if the Order's still there. I suspect they were, given the presence of the Emperor. That was unexpected. But no, I agree. The galaxy is a wonderful place, and getting the opportunity to understand it and explore it is one to be savored, one to be remembered.
Definitely
But on the topic of
puts any type of dogma into the back seat instead of into the primary seat.
Ideology is a complicated topic, really. Everyone has their own. But many are highly inflexible, difficult to work with, and downright counterintuitive. Not to mention self-contradictory, foolish, self-destructive. Take the Sith, for instance, in their infinite wisdom that's the Bane line attempted to instill. You have masters raising apprentices to the point where they can challenge them, only with the hope that they are murdered by their apprentices to pass on knowledge, as if somehow wiping out the greatest minds in the galaxy again and again was making the next ones more intelligent. All it takes is one master falling and stubbing their toe, getting infected and refusing to get treatment because they are a great lord of the Sith. It's happened before. You wouldn't believe how many people die of just foolish things.
Or getting walked up on by a Rancor. I bet that's happened a few times. Or crate dragon.
Certainly it's happened to many. I can't... God, if you have a crate dragon chasing you, you will better be able to fly.
Nah, just be Vader and force crush the fucking thing.
Yes.
How are we here in Alpha? He should be off the planet.
Apparently he's got very loud thoughts.
You didn't turn off your comm link.
Everyone's just listening to Malice have a one-sided conversation on comm.
Yeah, you only hear Malice talking. Everyone's like, the Togrutas lost it.
What in the world is going on?
On the topic of prophecy, though, I did want to mention that you do have an ability to see both the past and future, but it's not trained. I don't know if it's something you've always possessed or if it's a side effect of my presence, but it is something I've seen developing. Your thoughts are lingering on the past because of a connection to the present from them. I can't say what that connection would be, but think back to the memories. It's possible some object, event, being is connected to what will happen here. Hard to say, though. The problem with prophecy is it takes far more effort to understand one as properly than it does to simply experience a prophecy, a vision. But we should be on our guard here. It's clear that the Empire was suspecting something. And while they may not think of us as attacking the Chalmel sector, they will expect something here. And not everyone in the Empire is an arrogant fool. At least some of them will have guessed correctly that Naboo is the intended target.
Mm-hmm. But how many?
The Inner God.
But how many of them are within area to strike? That is yet to be seen.
Or more accurately, how many of them have the ability to ignore the higher-ups who do believe that Naboo is not the target?
I suspect the ones that are willing to ignore the higher-ups that do not believe was very small.
Even smaller is the list of people who have the right to disagree. We'll have to see what the future brings. For now, you should at least try and get some sleep. We have a long day ahead of us.
That is always the ultimate word, as of late.
Is it that Master Yoda of yours who... something about trying? Or not trying?
Do or do not, there is no try, I think is what he was saying in this situation.
I understand his mindset, not his grammatical order. But it's a matter of willpower. If you give something your best effort, truly pour your heart and soul into it, you will do better than if you just try. And leave it at that. So, I suppose that's my advice for the day. Whatever comes, throw your heart and soul behind it. Fight like hell, and we'll make it out alive. Potentially sans a limb, but that can be resolved, so...
As long as it's not our heads.
That is a very difficult limb to replace indeed.
Malice lays back on his cot and attempts to go to sleep. Hopefully he can somewhat get maybe 4 hours of rack time before events kick off.
It ends up being closer to 5. You get a little bit lucky with the timing. Before you wake up aboard the Quiet Blue Vector, entering into the late morning here on Naboo. Thankfully, the offset in the calendars between your ships and the planet is pleasant enough that it's not too big a deal to worry about it. And you find Lyra, Hesh, who's brought her ship, the Silver Promise, alongside to dock for the moment. Tesh will be carrying a small ground team aimed to the far side of the starport during this attack and then providing close air support. She's taken on a couple of clones to serve as gunners. Karfi, too, with the Wayward Wanderer, has been putting some effort into his piloting skills and will be doing some work as well. Reckless, oh my god, this fucking music is so loud. Reckless will also, oh yeah, Triuna is in Theed. Actually, let's go put it on the other map. Triuna's like over here. Look at it fly away, like a little tiny bug going across the screen. Yep. It's gonna take a little while to get where it's going.
Just a little while.
Yeah. Reckless will also be present and begin lobbing missiles into any static defenses it locates. But the primary ground force is aboard the Action 4 and the 2 Space Masters, which will be landing in the same general area of the starport, all of which, from the outside at least, appear to be configured to tank on Naboo plasma. Aurora Lance will also be carrying ground elements, though its is a little more explosive.
Then we got our good old CR-20.
The CR-20, currently with fake sensor domes installed over top of its laser cannons, is filled with the better part of 80 very battle-ready clone troopers. Interestingly, I have a question. Most of the clones would have wanted a unit identity at this point, as they're now part of the same legion, so to speak. What's the paint scheme?
I actually left it up to them because
I know
they have their own freedom.
They do.
Black and red.
Oh, they're probably still wearing white.
White was for the Kaminoans.
White was for the Empire at this point. The base color could be white, or it could be different. I would imagine they'd want a PID a little easier, not wear white armor.
Yeah.
It's probably just the symbol we have painted on the bottom of the Resurgence is on their shoulders. And then they can do whatever color they want for their armor. Any paint scheme, whatever they want, as long as it's got the Resurgence icon.
I'll come up with something at some point, I suppose. Alrighty.
You probably have some sort of weird mix of the early Rebellion symbol and the Republic symbol is probably what it is.
Maybe. The transports begin making their way towards the surface as the early evening begins over Theed below, and you can, even from orbit, see the pattern of lights growing brighter as a growing parade of craft of all sorts begins making their way over the city east center. A consistent stream of starships, speeders, floating illuminated holograms, an air parade to match the one ongoing on the ground, which consists almost entirely of Imperial military equipment. The head of which appears to be one of a rarer but increasingly commonplace Imperial walker. Some of the first AT-ATs are finally entering service. That will be leading the parade, which will end at the footsteps of the palace proper, as we had aforementioned. And as our orbital forces begin making their way down towards the surface, we rejoin Cole and Tarnus. Roused from your rest by the increasing din of the gathering crowd above you, you are hanging about 300 feet, we'll say about 100 meters, directly below the lowest edge of the palace proper. Based on the intelligence report you had, there are at least two this is the base ground access points in the cliff face that will lead you into the tunnels and lower levels of the palace. From there, you'll need to make your way up. Eventually passing into one of the taller spires, which contains the command center at its very peak. Your strike team in this context is 5 individuals. 3 assassin droids, a Bothan, and a Duros.
Or an eclectic bunch.
Yeah, I think the assassin droids really said a statement, don't they?
Maybe.
Whatever Lin is.
Len is kind of an assassin droid, based on your records, at least, that you found at that last place. You're looking for Mira. But
Well, we don't really even know. He just we found a file on him, but it was blank.
it was blank.
It quite literally was just Len nothing.
Well, it said status unknown.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Len, doesn't really see himself as an assassin droid. He sees himself as a repair droid. But he also certainly seems to know a lot about how to kill people.
Potent! Ooh, that like in the middle of a yawn. Jesus, coincidence? I think not.
All right. 2-hour ground team droids. You have a pretty incredible cliff face you need to climb above you. The rocks are wet from an evening shower or an early morning shower. They are crumbling in some areas. You have a 100-meter climb, avoiding sensors. Did you bring ascension gear? Did you bring climbing gear?
My armor has.
Well, I'm not worried about you.
Well, Cole's gonna try something new out because she got training, quote unquote.
Well, Cole, how are you ascending the cliff face?
Iron Manning this bitch. Rocket boots.
We got the Bothan rocket.
Can I get an average difficulty piloting planetary check from you?
The dice do not like me.
Tarnus, you watch as Cole, with extreme confidence, climbs her way to the top of the ship, activates the boots, and immediately starts going backwards. What are you doing?
Are they still within grabbing range?
For the moment.
I'm going to grab them by the leg and try and,
Make me a brawl check. To try and grapple. As they are accelerating away from the cliff face, arms flailing. Going shit. Cole, what's your melee defense?
What's that, brawl?
Yeah, what's your melee defense?
3.
3, alright, so 3 setbacks.
How do I do a brawl? That's
It's a skill.
Combat
It's at
skill.
the bottom of the
Very
left
bottom
column.
combat skill.
What? No, it's not your brawn. There's an actual defense for melee. You have 1.
It's your defense? Yeah, I just have 1.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I was wondering how you had 3.
Wait.
The brawl skill is on the very bottom of the left column.
Yeah.
One setback. Yeah.
I get 1 setback. That's fine. Oh, here goes.
Oh god. Cole, you begin
I missed.
moving further back at this point. You see Len stand up from the seat rapidly, reach out with his left arm, and you see part of his wrist kind of fold open, and what looks just like a metal tube retract from it. You've not seen him use this before, but it's not hidden. As he fires straight outwards, Cole, passing within 2 inches of your chest, but past you, you see a metal harpoon go flying outwards into the space, trailing a rope behind it.
Confusion.
Grab rope, idiot!
I guess they're gonna grab the rope, I suppose.
Yeah, you grab the rope and you hear it just abruptly it stops and so it like starts burning your hands for a moment. Jet boots still firing as you are yanked back towards Len, who grabs you with an outstretched arm and just holds you there while retracting the grapple. Oh, as that comes and folds out of the way. Would you like different climbing method?
Well, given this is my best.
Or would you like to try again?
This is my best ability to get up there.
Alright, you want me to throw you?
No.
No, you are having this conversation. Len is much like Lexia, just standing with mag feet, like, perpendicular to the cliff face, holding you in front of him, like, holding you by the collar, just, like, having a face-to-face conversation while you dangle there in space.
Boots still going, too.
Yeah, Boots running out of fuel.
It's just like, unless one of you is going to carry me, I might as well try again.
Alright, ready? Sit. He throws you upwards. It can be another piloting planetary, average difficulty.
I succeed. Barely.
Tarnus looks at Lynn. Flies
What?
good for
She needed confidence.
She flies good for a
flaily
furball
button thing? Yeah. Quite good. Anyway, I assume you have the actual plan for climbing. You always strike me as more outdoorsman.
I do.
Use your belly for your third point of contact. Anyway,
Tarnus pulls out the grappling hook launcher that he has.
See? I have the same thing. Well, mine bigger.
Yeah, it's attached to my armor. So, average ranged blight.
Otherwise, it is a coordination check to climb. Or athletics. Yeah, absolutely. You fire it, and it sails out about 30 meters straight above and anchors itself, and you begin ascending in your first bound up the cliff face. Let's see how the droids get on. So, God, HK is a fucking step behind some of these other ones, but HK is going to attempt a athletics check because they are better at athletics. Oof, okay. Yeah, HK is also very old, this is true, and has room to grow. Yeah, but HK begins making their way up the mountain face, with steady progress. Len is going to also use athletics, getting 3 boosts because of the climbing gear. Easily done by Len. And finally, Lexia is also going to use athletics. Not having any climbing gear, but having 7 ranks in athletics. There's something wrong with that droid.
What the fuck?
Slightly.
And for context, Lexia would cost more than a new X-Wing.
It's understandable, though.
Yeah. The max is 6. For organics.
Yeah. Droids can be broken. If you find the right mods.
Second round of checks. Hang on, let me see. Second round of climbing checks, please. Tarnus, the grapple just fails to anchor on this attempt, and you I'm going to say you cannot use the grapple for this check. You're going to need to use another method. As it has anchored itself just in an unsafe way. You try and pull, it moves. And rocks start falling down past you. You hear from somewhere below Len go, "Ow! Who's throwing rocks at me?"
Sorry, it didn't anchor in a spot.
Well, blame.
Coordination works, right?
Yes, coordination or athletics.
What am I looking at? 2?
Yeah, average. Yeah, easily done. You begin making rapid progress. Your lightweight armor making it surprisingly easy to get your way up this mountain face, and it brings back a lot of memories from your days with the guilds. While flying and seeing things from above was always a favorite, you were never shy about spending some time on the ground. After all, you did enjoy your time hunting and studying new wildlife with K9.
Fun. I said, yeah, fun times.
Yeah. Now he's dead and been rebuilt into an assassin droid, which is going to make their role now. And make success. Alexia with their just... Okay. And finally, Len. Oh, that's the wrong Len.
Wrong Len. Is like an old Len?
There was an old Len, yeah. It's like a half-broken character sheet. I just haven't deleted it. Should. Yeah, suffice to say, the 2 Talvek droids are making easy progress of this as to make the way to slope. Did we get a second one from Cole?
No.
No.
Cole, you are flying up the cliff face. Your rocket boots only have limited fuel. You should have enough for this, though. But I will need another piloting check from you as you continue your way up as the heavy winds rushing up the cliff face begin buffeting you. Suddenly, your ability to fly seems to come naturally. Bothans are notoriously not great at flying. Really, Bothans are only great at being assholes and stealing things when you think about it.
And killing each other.
But you're a special kind of asshole. This asshole's got height. And you are able to make your way up with rapidity and find yourself sheltering on a ledge just below the actual top of the cliff face, where the rest of the droids, or all 3 of your assassin droids, well, 2 assassin droids and then whatever the fuck Len is, make their way to the edge of the cliff, followed closely behind by Tarnus. And you hear voices ahead of you and above. What are you doing?
Preparing to end up meeting these people, probably.
Hold on. Tarnus taps the circular disc on his back to wake him up. And has...
You hear a series of chirping noises, a intentionally joke about disturbing his beauty rest, and the seeker droid pops free of your back and floats there quietly, cradling a scouting remote in its many arms.
Voices ahead or above us. Give me a quick look and count.
Yep. You hear a double beep of acknowledgement, and you switch over the display in your in your helmet to show the eyes of the droid. And you reach out to steady yourself on the wall as it goes zooming up and past with speed that's always a little nausea-inducing, and climbs its way up to where gets an overhead vantage point. And the camera pans. You can see where you are. You can see yourself in second person. Weird. It's not quite. No, it is third person in this context. Because second person would be your. It's a different matter. But. Oh God, sorry, my stomach just throwing me random cramps. And you can. The camera pans forward, and you see what appears to be six individuals. 4 are stormtroopers, not army troopers, stormtroopers, which are currently having a conversation with what appear to be 2 Naboo security troopers. And the area they're in is a fenced-off little, not quite a balcony. It looks like it's access to a maintenance area, but it also has a walkway leading further around the perimeter of the wall on this cliff face, like right at the base of the palace. Beyond them, you see one of your possible entrances. In fact, the door you had originally targeted. But they don't seem to be in too much of a rush. Based on the body language, everyone seems pretty relaxed, as if they're just kind of having a casual conversation.
6 targets, 4 stormtroopers, 2 Naboo guard. Not sure if we want to take them or let them pass. Might be a bit too many.
We can take 6. The problem is doing it quietly. I agree. We could attempt to lead them off, but someone will come looking if they go missing. What do you propose?
Darnus?
I would say let them leave if we can. That way we're not having to fake radio transmissions or start jamming the transmissions this early.
Disappointment. I desired bloodshed, Master.
You will get it in a little bit. We are trying to be quiet for now. Once we start getting in the palace, bloodshed will probably become unavoidable. Also, keep your voice modulator down.
You have something to say?
HK's entire frame just kind of leans down like a scolded child. God, I forgot how much dog hair gets caught in the computer vents. Anyway. How do you propose? Because watching them for a moment doesn't seem like they're in any hurry to leave.
Have any ideas, Cole?
So, you said there's like a walkway that from where they are that goes out and around or something?
Yeah, so to put it this way, you're kind of on a ledge right below the top of the cliff. There's a railing at the top of the cliff, and this kind of they put down hardscaping. It is clearly an area that people are meant to have access to, but not like a showy part of the palace. This is just your security point or just a utility path that leads around the perimeter of the building on the cliff face, at the top. And so this is one stop on the way, and there's a walkway leading off kind of to your right and to your left, going both ways around the sides of the palace. Straight across from you, across this kind of flat area, which I'll say the area in front of you is about the size of a tennis court, but shaped kind of like a rounded off triangle. On the back of that triangle, against the wall, is the door leading into the palace that you were seeking to target. Sitting directly between you and that door, standing in a loose circle, just having a casual conversation, are the 6 individuals.
I'm going to make an attempt to land on the walkway out of their immediate line of sight.
So you're going to go horizontally below their line of sight and try and get around?
and then land rather audibly.
Okay.
The intent is to make it sound abnormal.
Oh, you're trying to draw them away. I got it. You know, I could just have the recon droid go over and hit something, right?
I mean, that's also an option. People won't probably less likely will probably be expecting all sorts of little drones flying around.
Exactly. I'm not saying he has to stay there, but like he could make some noise somewhere else if you're wanting to make some noise.
That would be probably best. That way we can draw them away from here. Because if we can just get most of them away, I think we would be alright.
I talk into my comm link with that's connected just to Mark 7 and have him fly into one of the more dark areas along the cliff edge and basically take one of his claws and smack it against the railing.
You witness you watch the Seeker go flying away. None of the people you're observing seem to notice, but also now you don't have eyes on them. As the Seeker moves around the corner, moves up and wraps its largest arm on the railing, and you just hear a ting! No immediate reaction. Ting! Goes again. One of the stormtroopers kind of looks around. It's like, you hear that? It's probably birds. I mean, getting active. Should we check it out? If you want to, be my guest. You see one of the stormtroopers goes and starts walking that direction.
Someone's coming your way. Hide yourself.
Yeah, the drone climbs up, like, higher and just kind of tucks into a little nook, like, in part of the... Because the walls of the palace follow the terrain, and so there are areas where there's natural rock still, and it kind of climbs its way into a crevice there. You look down at it looks down at the stormtrooper, who pauses, looks around, doesn't see anything, shrugs, and starts walking back to the group.
Only one left the group. It's not enough. Splitting them
Perhaps
up.
something louder.
Like what? Didn't bring any explosives.
I was not inferring explosives.
What, you want me to have him break the railing instead?
These troopers are assigned security to the facility. If they detect a security threat, that will be their primary focus. Let them see the recon remote. They'll assume it's media trying to get a view of something in the palace. They'll report it. That's all they'll report. That's a thought, anyway.
That's fair.
Or, plan B, we throw a grenade and kill them all. Which will be loud. Yeah, but we do want to be quiet, sorry.
Also, Lynn, what would we do when they need to report in?
What? You cannot
mimic voices?
No. That is a you thing.
Correct, I can do that as desired. He says in the voice of one of the stormtroopers you heard talking.
Alright. I have the Seeker drop the recon remote and activate it remotely. And then I casually fly it along the walkway, having it look at the palace while it's doing it. and then when it gets within view of the stormtroopers, I have it stop there, and then quickly turn around and start going the other way.
You see that? Is that a remote? What the? Well, go after it! Like, fuck. And you see as a kind of loose procession as all 6 of them actually begin moving after it. You hear as they go past the Secret Drone's location. It's like, I swear to God, if it's someone trying to get more pictures of the handmaid's quarters. As they keep running down after it.
That worked better than I expected.
I have it.
But they're either going to catch it or move quickly. We should go.
Indeed.
Yep. I have the secret droid come back and land on my back as we climb up.
Yep. I like how you're literally carrying it like that one Inquisitor did.
You mean Special Forces lady?
A lot of people have carried them like that. It's
yeah,
an
well,
easy way to
couple
carry.
of Yep. I'm gonna get a Ventress real quick. Oh, apparently there's a shootout going on now. You climb over the precipice and begin racing your way towards the building.
It's not hockey season yet. What are you talking about?
What? What?
It's not hockey season yet. What are you talking about a shootout for?
Okay. Just the music start playing. You make your way towards the door and find that it is in fact locked at this time. Electronic lock. I can slice in if required. That's Lexia talking in this case. Or I could. HK holds up a slap charge. Y'all look at Cole.
I mean, I would be on the same plane as Lexi. She seems to be just as adequate as me in most of these circumstances.
One of you get on with it.
I find organics prefer to exercise their skills. It helps with senses of overwhelming inferiority and dread.
Proceeds to slice in because not dealing with this.
Lexia is in fact worse at computers than you are, just so you know.
Really?
They only have 3 ranks. Yeah, no, they're 3 yellow, 1 green.
I thought they had more. Maybe that was a different skill. Yeah, it was probably. Okay, yeah. Computer check.
They are 6 yellows in stealth, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be, I'm going to say it's average difficulty, but there's a lot of secondary security, so I'm going to say 3 setbacks.
Okay, they're all gone.
Sure, alright, next time there's going to be 6.
No, I have 3 levels in bypass security.
The definition of, and it's gone to security. Yeah, with that, you cleanly slice your way into the door, and all of you are able to pile in and hear it close, just as you hear footsteps start returning from outside.
And
where do you think it went? I don't know. If I had to guess, it's just some kids messing around. Well, let's hope so. Last thing I want to do is report up to that new guy about about a security breach. Don't even bring him up. I don't even know who he is or what he's from, but he's creepy. He's in charge. Yeah, doesn't mean I have to like it.
No one expects the Imperial Inquisition.
But you wonder what happened to his eyes? That I'm not even going to touch. This conversation fades as you begin moving down the hallway deeper into the palace.
I'm gonna activate my agent's bag as well.
What does that do?
Basically, on a whim, I can change what I look like to holo recorders and stuff.
Okay, what does it look like?
Presently, just Gungan.
I love it.
I would have suggested Naboo Guard, but alright.
Like, why is there a Gungan, a Duros, and 3 humanoid combat droids walking through that hallway?
Yeah, what the fuck kind of a choice was that?
It's a great choice.
No, it's not right now.
Also, Naboo Guard. Because I prepped Naboo Guard.
Hey, fucking bitch! What are you doing?
Because we agreed it is not a Stormtrooper 3D model, it is a 2D picture of a Stormtrooper that just turns to face the nearest observer.
Exactly. Naboo Guard and random Naboo citizen. Literally just went and found like a news article of someone and just stole their face.
Fair enough. Alright. You all make your way into the palace. Alpha. Evening comes to you as you finish reading that article on Blasters what was it? Blasters Monthly. Or whatever fucking Guns and Armor magazine you read.
No, it's actually what the fuck was I thinking? What the fuck is it called? Cantina Signatures Monthly. There we go.
I got it. You're looking for up-and-coming starlets.
Coming home. Sleep deprivation's kicking in. Let's have.
You're all good, man. We're not going to be running for too much longer, but it is.
I just chugged like 4 more cups of coffee. Like fuck, I'm going to sleep anytime soon.
All right, man. Well, it is time. You are presented with a heavy-duty cloak. Thankfully, the weather this time of year is cooler here in Naboo, and you would not be dressed too outside the ordinary, as many an individual here has a stylish, similar get-up to them. You are joined by 3 members of the Chomal Underground, the Naboo Resistance fighters here. One of them, as you get to talking, turns out to have actually been a former palace security guard. And he informs you some information on the basic ins and outs of how things are going, and mentions that recently the Empire has been stepping up security for Empire Day, but that word is things are rough. The Empire has been forced to bring in new troops from off-worlds to deal with just increasing levels of unrest, which isn't the kind of unrest seen in other worlds. People aren't violently protesting or striking, but public debate is allowed here, and the forums are getting loud. The Empire is
one more year, they'll start gunning down civilians for that.
Yeah. The status as the Emperor's homeworld does mean that the planet has had a fairly easy go of it, but there are problems, to be sure. The Naboo today are not as wealthy as they once were. But overall, it seems like the loyalties of the planet are closer to that of the Republic than the Empire. Though you can't say that will last, given, well, what's about to unfold. At least it gives you some hope that things might be improving rather than getting worse. You make your way through the city, through the growing throngs of humanity. Your helmet hidden in your pack at this point, your armor hidden by the cloak and other outer garments. You, for the most part, just look like another older human gentleman on his way through the city. You doubt anyone here would immediately recognize you as a clone. Clone Wars were a long time ago, after all, and people have largely forgotten what the clones looked like, if they ever knew them as anything besides a helmet. Occasionally you get the odd look, but no one stops and stares. Finally, you make it towards the actual building you've chosen as your starting point for this operation. You found it surprising how easy it was to get past the patrols. There were ground security forces, but they were primarily dealing with people going into the festival grounds. There weren't that many police or security troops outside of that area specifically. And by skirting around, you managed to avoid the worst of it. The building owner is an elderly woman, over 100 years old. She can barely see, and she definitely can't hear. Her granddaughter is the one who lets you in, and who quietly directs you towards the upper floors. For leaving entirely. As far as you know, the old woman doesn't even know you're here, and she can't walk up the stairs to find out anyway. Which at least gives you some confidence that the Empire will see the logic in that when they eventually manage to track down where the shot came from. Can't have been her. And she probably didn't even know who came in to do it. Setting up Thanos, you see a cluster of infantry gathered around the steps. It's a mix. Primarily it's royal security, mostly in dress uniforms, though some are clearly armed for tactical combat. You also see Imperial stormtroopers and army troopers, as well as a pair standing kind of in the shadows. Who had to do that again? Fess up. Come on. Who's doing the fucking... Who's doing the... Is it V? Just pulling the fucking smoke detector.
I was very sure it's me. I give it a minute.
I don't know, I have everyone's soundboard turned off, so...
Did you hear it too?
Nope.
Well, now we know. In any event, looking around the steps, you also see, hidden in the shadows, 2 snipers, both in the upper levels of the palace. Both of them are stormtroopers, clad in what appear to be scout trooper armor, but painted gray with black accents. You haven't seen these before. If you had to guess, they're a little bit closer to your skill set than the average trooper. And you find yourself instinctively pressing further into the shadows of this second-story, dusty upstairs study that gives you a decent sight picture of the parade grounds as you set up your rifle and settle in for what will likely be an hours-long wait. In orbit, Malice, you find yourself milling about with a large number of Mandalorian infantrymen. You've been used to the 5 Mandalorians on board, but now there's more than 30. Split between both the Trayson and another Cormorant brought along by the team. Lyra has taken over as commander of the group and begins directing everybody to their places. You do seem to have a moment between this kind of loading process and before you yourselves get on board, though, if there's anything you need to discuss last minute about your specific plan here. After all, you have a pretty complicated job ahead of you. Your plan is to make a forcible entry into the hangar, secure it, and then push from there both into the plasma refinery complex and into the security center.
And essentially plant the bomb.
Yes. And take over the planetary defenses in the local area if possible, to prevent them from raising the shield. You have a strike team going to take out the shield generator as a backup, but hopefully you wouldn't even need to use them.
Yep.
but you and Leora find a quiet moment.
Okay, let's go over our plan again. So we know exactly what we are doing and what we can basically circumvent if things go south.
Do you have any layouts of the hangar?
Let's see.
Yeah, fucking. You can talk. I'm pulling up a thing.
Miles pulls out a data pad and starts looking through it. This is what he's got from some old stuff. Not from the Clone Wars, because there were contingencies in place during the Clone Wars. Well, I got some things, but I don't have much.
Oh, no, we do.
General structure here.
The plan is to hot drop the ship in. So the moment they're in the hangar, we either jump out. How tall is this hangar? Do we know?
Very. Probably like 70 feet tall. The fighters are stacked like literally 4 high on the sides.
Okay. The plan is to hot drop. You know, the back of our ships have an opening that will open up and we can jump down. I assume a long fall isn't going to be trouble for you?
Couldn't.
Once we're on the ground, anyone wearing Imperial armor or a uniform from the Imperials is to be killed immediately. We need to try and take the Naboo security forces alive.
Alright. Do you guys see the map I pulled up?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is exit to like outside?
Yes.
Okay. We need to secure the barracks and the command center immediately. A small contingent of our troops need to stay in the hangar to make sure nobody comes in behind us from the plasma refinery or outside.
Okay.
Where do you want to be for this? Do you want to go to the barracks or the command center?
Or the refinery.
Well, the main objective is to secure the barracks and the command center right away.
Can probably take the command center.
Okay. I'll see if I can talk down anyone in the barracks from continuing to fight us. How many troops do you think you'll need to take the command center?
Plus myself, at least. Not many, probably 4 at most.
Okay, we'll send a small fire team with you.
You wonder how these Night Owls feel being led by a Jedi. And yes, Axe is present.
I would probably have Axe go with Malice. Axe is like, we have a very good mutual respect. If I'm following someone, or if they're following me, then he'll follow them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they don't know you're a Jedi, do they? Yet?
He's got 2 lightsabers strapped to him.
Mm-hmm. And also...
Oh, I don't know if he was hiding those.
Well, when they're together, they look like a really long Hydro Spanner. When they're separated, you can tell one's lightsaber for damn sure.
I don't see that they would have any problems following a Jedi.
Plus, the 4 that were on the one mission with us do know that Malice is a Jedi, so they would probably have informed.
What, my Night Owls?
Yep.
Yeah, well, they're coming with me to the barracks. Actually, hang on, never mind. I changed my mind. My Night Owls are going to go with him to the command center, and I'll just take 5 or 6 Mandalorians with me to the barracks.
Okay. And the remaining 20 or so will stay with the hangar to secure it.
Yep. They'll secure the exits and the doors to the refinery while the ships land.
We'll also say that you're carrying with you several pilots, several of your unnamed NPC pilots, whose task will be to help secure the Queen's ship, which will hopefully be present, and any starfighters that are ready to fly.
Okay.
You do have the room in the Cormorants for like 48 people total, so...
Yeah, there's plenty of space in there.
That's just passengers.
Wow. It's not a small ship.
No.
No, because you've got the big ones too.
Yeah.
Where are they? The Mark 1s
Alright.
or Mark 2s?
2s.
I think we have Mark 2s. They're the big boys. Because the 3s are like the 3 is what Bo-Katan has in
She's the only
Mandalorian.
one that has one.
Yeah. Which, the only reason it exists that way is because they fucked up the scaling each time they did it. It's the same ship,
Yeah.
they just fucked the scaling every time it's depicted. Like... It's just how
Mark
it goes.
2 is bigger than the Falcon.
Yeah. Let's be real, I think the actual canon correct size is the Mark III.
The one
Like,
that's
if I were to
smaller
say
than the
one of them was the medium-sized one.
That's the Mark II.
I thought the Mark II was the big one.
Mark
No, Mark 1 is
the big one.
really big one. But the
Oh.
ones we have, like, for the pictures in here is the Mark II. Like, for the actual page for the Cormorant.
Okay. Then that's what we have. Very well. Alright, so that is your plan. Jumping into our other assault forces, we have Droid Team 6 is preparing to infiltrate the facility. The sniper is going to do the snipey thing, and then Great Escape Motorcycle escape out of there, because you did notice as you were brought into this building that there's a very nice looking sporty swoop bike parked right out front that you were handed the keys for. And then Cade, you and your Y-Wing allies, as well as the other fighters, are currently stashed away in the Quiet Blue Vector, which is on its approach towards the planet's surface. The technology placed into the hangar to try and mask its status as a hangar and not an internal cargo bay, thankfully appears to be doing its job, as security has not yet flagged anything. Or if they have, they haven't made a of it.
How do they go slowly ticking higher and higher?
Yeah, I will note that the engines of Wampa's ship are currently surrounded in lead boxes. Like, you literally put, like, imagine you built a plywood box out of inch-thick lead sheeting and stuck it all around that thing for while it's on board.
Nope. Okay.
Does Wampa's cockpit just reek of alcohol?
It actually, at this point, smells so yeasty, it's more like bread.
Okay.
It smells like a bakery.
It's just Wampa's Bakery, yeah. Also, canon, Wampa really likes baking just as a hobby, and he's damn good at it. You should see his cupcakes.
Probably because he also has the munchies. Constantly.
He gets the alcohol munchies. The worst kind.
Probably rum-soaked fucking muffins.
Yeah, he also makes a lot of boozy desserts. A little old-fashioned, but, like, really good. I tell you what, though, you've never had a more alcoholic tiramisu in your life.
Okay.
He's perfected the art of the tres leches.
It's more like the Trace Vodka's cake with him. Correction, the Trace Bailey's.
Instead of that like golden caramel sauce, it's just Fireball.
It's just reduced Kahlua. That's all it is. It's just fucking Kahlua. Just infinite Kahlua.
It somehow doesn't taste like alcohol, but you just get fucked up.
His Tres Leches are not milk, condensed milk, or whatever. His Tres Leches are Bailey's, rum chata, and fucking Kahlua.
Yep.
Anyway, you look over, and he is currently passed out, snoring in his cockpit seat with a stain on his shirt. Just like violent nasal, definitely has sleep apnea snoring.
Isn't he overweight?
Slightly. He's got a bit of a paunch.
He's let himself go since the end of the Clone Wars.
You hear that comments, and Cade, because you guys are on the same ship. The Cormorants are also in here. And Cade, you hear that comment, and you can think, I mean, maybe a little bit.
You know, the Cormorants, when they land, their wings on the side go up, right?
They don't have to necessarily. They can go horizontally.
Okay, we're changing that for story purposes.
For story purposes, do not care about time travel, the speed of the ships in hyperspace, or the dimensions of the Cormorant, okay? They're not important to the story proper. Because otherwise, the only ship that can carry you is the Resurgence.
Cormorant, I'm pretty sure it has a Class 1 hyperdrive, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes, but you can't... The whole point is you guys are hiding your combat ships aboard the Quiet Blue Vector, because its hangar is shielded to hide them.
Yep. And I can't just be willy-nilly flying my ship in and out of atmosphere.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as Wampa gets out, every power plant in the surface is going to go into radiation emergency mode. Like, something's leaking somewhere. Be like in Chernobyl, where the West knew before the Russians at large knew, because fucking nuclear submarines underwater were having radiation alerts. It's not nuclear submarines, but there was a U.S. carrier in the North Sea did in fact get a radiation alert, basically saying, "Hey, check the reactor."
That poor tech probably panicked so hard.
You would too if...
Well, it's like, shit. Oh, it's not us. It's not us. The whole world's radioactive. Oh, that's a lot worse, isn't it? Oh. Oh,
no. That's way worse.
Yeah. Alrighty. Tomorrow in universe, today in universe actually, next week in our world, there's going to be multiple battles raging simultaneously across the surface of Naboo. Is there anything we would like to finish up with today? I know this was a slower paced session, I'm sorry. Life has been such a bitch for me recently, but I have a lot planned for next session.
Okay.
I think I'm all set.
I hope everyone is just accepting that this is not the you bastard.
It's not. Yeah, it hasn't been me doing it. By the way, I was literally laying in bed.
You okay?
No, I'm fine. I was just bored.
Sorry. I know it's not as exciting, guys. I want to do better than this. I just don't have the fucking time to do anything. But we've got all this shit.
We got it all planned out. Got it all set up.
If you count each separate stage, there's 16 major stages and like dozens of little side routes. We did Act 1. We did steps 1 through 5 today. Next time is steps 6 through 9, and then 10 through 16. Yeah.
Time to bomb a spaceport.
Time to bomb a spaceport. That was inspired. Skeet thrower to launch fucking slap charges.
Yeah!
And then we just decided to level it up to just war crime territory.
I was trying to be like, what is that? Innovative?
I think you have been, yes.
The Mouse is just having Gaudy Silverhead's episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, if we're done, I'll catch y'all later.
Okay, man.
All right.
Yeah, the bed or the mattresses got moved to downstairs today, so yeah, I've been trying to keep it down.
How much longer till you're on the road?
October 1st.
Why are you moving everything 2 months early?
It is me and the wife doing everything right now.
I'll just get one of those military credit cards that you have to pay back immediately. It'll be fine.
Now,
I'm
The
certain
reason
you can afford the beer required to enlist some of your squad mates. Aids to.
Alrighty then, that'll be the end of this Star Wars camp session for tonight. Till next time, I'm Just Longshot, signing off.